Dad, were you using my Oculus?
That's what Andrew Tate says? Hey!
Were you using my Oculus?
No. Happy 420, everybody. You wouldn't believe what I just found. I found some of our old YouTube videos here. Can I play it? Oh, shit. Let's go! Yesterday in the pouring rain, with her clothes all packed, her face messed up, I could tell she was feeling pain. I thought I had something sweet to tell her. As I opened up my umbrella, she was so confused, scared and abused, tried to hide it with a smile. And just like the night in Shanama, I used my charm just to come engage her in a good conversation, just trying to ease her frustration. Oh, you know I had to drop a dub plate. Let's go. Drop that song down again. Pull up that song and I know so I mean by more percent. Big up yourself, Bulldog. Talk to you, baby. When I talk to you, baby. As she stepped on off the train yesterday in the pouring rain, with her clothes all packed, her face messed up, I could tell she was feeling pain. I thought I had something sweet to tell her. As I opened up my umbrella, she was so confused, scared and abused, tried to hide it with a smile. And just like the night in Shanama, I used my charm just to calm her, engage her in a good conversation, just trying to ease her frustration. As she told me her story, I told her, baby, don't worry, I'm the man that you're looking for. Baby, count your lucky stars and take you home with me tonight. You're gonna stay with me for life. I'm taking you home with me. Oh, it got copyright claims. That's crazy. Cause I'm a lover, baby, I'll fight. She said she didn't know where she was going. All she knows she had to leave him fast. Cause if she didn't leave, she didn't know how long she was gonna last. So many times he told her sorry. So many times he said he'd stop. But he goes on and on. Her mind's made up. She said she ain't going back. And just like a night in shining armor, I use my charm just to come and engage her in a good conversation, just trying to ease her frustration. As she told me a story, I told her, baby, don't worry, I'm the man that you're looking for. Baby, got me lucky stars. I'm taking you home with him tonight, and he's gonna play for you for life. I'm Bulldog. Wow, that's a flashback. I can't believe they copyright claimed that shit on YouTube. That's from 2011. No wonder I wasn't making no money. Levi, you gotta go through all these, man. We gotta fix this. This thing has like 60,000 views. That's crazy. How we doing, everybody? What?
Do you know where one of the things that you plug this into is?
Yes.
Where?
Come with me, my friend. Happy 420, everybody. We got a little bit of a late start. It's not our last 420 of 2022.
It isn't?
Nope. We got one tomorrow. it is. There was one right here. Yo, I've been trying to find other spaces to listen to while we're going to the dump and all that fun stuff. But once again, thoroughly disappointed today. And what's going on in our boy Mario's spot? Like they're passing out misinformation like it's something people are looking for. Like they're sitting there telling everybody that Andrew Tate's in jail when he's tweeting, and so is Sam Bankman-Fried. Like, how are these guys on Twitter when they're both supposed to be locked up? No idea. No idea. I'm also getting all types of mixed messages about Solana. Half the people are telling me uh, good to go, and half the people are telling me dead in the water. 8.3 trillion wiped off the stock market in 2022. At least 2 trillion wiped out of crypto. Frank's happy to see everyone celebrating Solana NFTs. I really don't know why there's so many mixed messages. Here comes everybody. Hey. Murph, I heard you had a good phone call with Jello. That's great news. Can't wait to hear about that. Voodoo, what's going on with you, man? Let me get this phone plugged
Well,
in.
I just did my update today for all my Helium miners. I have to transfer everything over to a new wallet that they released and migrate my miners to this Solana miner. I don't know, wallet of some sort. It's a Helium wallet, but it's supposed to be for the Solana migration. Which is really, I don't know. I don't know what to really think about it, to be honest. My miners are still going fine, and I'm still able to move my earnings off of that wallet back into crypto.com. My only concern is like how long is this network going to be around? Because Helium just invested a lot of money into um, starting this like 5G mining. Uh, Basically, this started this year in 2022. So I think their intention here is to allow Solana to worry about the blockchain so they can just focus on building the actual business model. But I'm just not sure where this is going, to be honest with you.
Yeah, I mean, the weirdest thing to me is that you've got people with really large YouTube followings, like BitBoy, who's saying things like Solana's dead. We told you all to sell it 2 months ago. But his eyesight is 2020 in reverse. Like, I don't know what he's looking at because the dude claims that he said things he never said. He claims he never said things that we have on tape. Uh, it's it's confusing to the public to have someone that's probably one of the biggest YouTube followings for people who are looking for daily crypto news saying things like that when we know for a
His
fact that like the infrastructure itself is solid and they have runway for like something like 3 to 5 years.
his channel is the biggest like crypto channel on
That's
YouTube
what I'm saying,
by
man. And
far.
like he's
But
talking
he's a
complete nonsense. And
sensationalist.
then Mario is
He's
also
a
talking
sensationalist. He
complete
likes things
nonsense.
to be like extra spicy all the time.
I don't know, man. It doesn't make any sense to me, but like I think they just look at views. Like they only care about engagement. And I think that's the dangerous part of like getting too big. It's all you worry about. It's like your engagement going down, so you stay sensationalizing everything. When people just want the truth and they want good content, like you can be entertaining without being a fucking sensationalist, you know? It's just goofy.
That's what I always thought was funny when like Thread Guy and Shill and Villain would post shit like, "Where are all my real motherfuckers?" Like, oh, all right, guy.
Hey Murph, catch me up while people are filtering in here. What's going on?
I just wanted to say Sam Bankman-Fried's at his mom's house. That's why he's tweeting there.
It's just
Oh
weird.
yeah,
It's
that
just weird for him to tweet though. It's like just stay off of Twitter, dude.
Yeah, man, that's like it's just disgusting. It's
But
gross, you know. Get out
just
of
like he knows people are gonna be talking shit
guy.
like all day, every day. It's Twitter, so like don't pop your head up and be like, "It wasn't me," you know? Like,
I'd rather him be on Twitter though than MetaMask. Just saying.
Yo, that's the truth, isn't it, man? For real.
bottom line, he's got access to the internet. So it's what's the difference? What's the difference between Twitter and MetaMask?
Yo, think about all the slimy things he's literally doing on MetaMask right now. Like, ugh, makes me sick to my stomach. Yeah, he should have no internet access, zero, like
How is
nothing.
that not a part of your bail?
It is. That's the part.
No internet access?
But no, he can have internet access, but he can't, be messing with those wallets. So, but the interesting part is what if it's not him? What if it's the bankruptcy people trying to, liquidate whatever they can because that's, what they do.
That is what they do, and that would make sense, right?
Like you're telling me at his mom's house, he doesn't have any secret key phrases hidden under his mattress or whatever for some of the
You might be
wallets
able to
that.
do that, bro.
You could. It's 12 words, man. You can memorize them. We're always saying that. But, like, Andrew Tate is also on Twitter right now. So, I don't know how Mario can have 8,000 people in a space talking about, yep, let me check with my people. Yep, he's locked up. It's like, no, he's not fucking locked up. They're like, no, he's not in jail. He's at the police station. It's like, how is he tweeting? Where are people getting their information from? I don't know.
Well, how do we know it's SBF and not the Matrix? That's what I want to know.
Well, the Matrix is what got Tate. Yeah, we heard about. He let us know those were agents of the Matrix. Oh, look, Texas is here, Nat's here, Bach is here, ITK's up here. What's up, ITK?
Oh, I'm furious, man. I'm just fucking furious
Good.
right now.
Let's go.
No, it's personal stuff, right?
Oh, sorry.
The whole of like Christmas Day, right? My daughter's at me. Like she's just at me. She got this Playmobil set, right? And it was like 1,000 pieces, right? And I put it together. It took me fucking 2.5 hours. Right? She's 6 years old. She can't put this shit together, right? Hold on a second. I'm
Wait,
just so
Playmobil.
furious.
That's the wooden train tracks, isn't it?
No, it's the big Legos.
Oh, all right. I used to have these wooden train tracks. I love that.
But I feel his pain. I've had two daughters, plenty of playhouses.
My daughter is the best. When no one would come to the dump with me, you know who came with me? My 9-year-old daughter. Got herself a pitchfork, jumped in the back of the truck. Let's go.
That's what's up.
That's my girl. What are you crying about?
My kid is like a neat freak. He's so tidy. He's so like everything in its place for everything. I'm gonna get a perfect score.
You gotta pick him up and drop him in a trash can.
No, he's gonna dominate. He's gonna dominate the things he wants to dominate, but he's I finally got him interested in baseball though, so there's hope.
Baseball for everybody. Shout out Chronoballs. Shout out everybody out there minting Chronoballs. I see you. We're watching the blockchain. You know we got that Chronoscan on lock. Let's go.
So I get it all put together, right? And we decide, right? The missus decides the kids are going away for the night. They're going to the grandparents, and she goes, "You know what? I'm just gonna do a little bit of cleaning, blah blah blah." And she fucking comes upstairs and breaks the fucking thing. It's back in 1,000 pieces. So we've got like one night in the last month, and I'm fucking doing Lego on my own so that when my daughter comes home, she's not disappointed that her fucking Lego is broken, man.
Aww.
Yo, and once it's broken, it's impossible to put back together because you need to go back into the booklet they give you, but you can't follow it anymore because you're like it's so weird. You're like halfway broke.
I'm gonna send Levi over to your house. Okay, this kid puts together Lego sets, full Lego sets, in like under an hour. No instruction manual.
Yo, and he's 9, eh?
10. He's the big brother.
Yo, Keegan, you hear that? You need to get on that boat, my guy. The Lego building boat by yourself.
He needs to go get himself a Bricklink account.
What's that?
It's like where you can like design your own sets and sell your own set. It's kind of like the Lego eBay.
Oh.
So you could like they do.
Alpha, if he's a savant, that is the way to go. Texas, good call, my guy.
So people design their own sets and you make them out of blanks?
What they do is like you have like the Iron Man minifigurine, or not the minifigurine, but the Iron Man set, and then people will add certain parts to make it like enhanced. And they'll make these little.
He just built the Iron Man set a minute ago. I'm plugged in the basement. I'll go up in a second. Yogi, what's up, dude?
What's up, bro? Yeah, my 11-year-old's the same way. He got like a 2,500 piece Lego set for Christmas. And he put it together in like 2 hours. I'm like, bro.
I'm saying these kids, excuse me, these kids, figure out what they're good at and nourish that shit.
Hey, and another thing, you know that them pirates that been hanging around? I forgot the name.
Possessed pirates?
The Kronos pirates?
I only know the possessed ones.
Well, I think it's all part of the same thing. Well, they got a drop on Corgi, and it's 0.01 Crow to mint, and you can mint 7. So if anybody want to go over there and get yours, I just went getting the 7 pirates.
Of course you did. 0.01. 0.01 or 0.1?
0.01.
That's crazy.
Yep. It cost me 4.5 Crow to mint 7.
That's a 60th of a cent. Wow. That's like a Shiba. It's like 1 Shiba.
Yeah, I saw it. Actually, I saw the alert in Box Discord. So they had put it out.
Oh, well, good for Bach. Spreading the good vibes. Proud of him.
Hey, did you get your Crow?
From
Bach from yesterday.
No, what does he owe me Crow for?
Mate, well, you must have not been new in the Discord. I was new. He sent me my Crow.
No, I was new in the Discord. I didn't go back to check. I was the one in the. Everybody was like, "I'm new."
So you just joined.
What? I said no.
So you just joined.
No, I'm new. How much Crow is he giving up?
I don't want to put the man's business out there because he might not send everybody the same amount.
Says might send you this, might send you that. I'm trying to learn from this guy. You know, he's obviously doing all right. He's the only one in here with a board 8. You know what I mean?
Oh, they got some info on the board 8 that I don't want to put his business.
And
He
I
might
keep
come up
getting
and tell.
screwed. Like y'all have to teach me how to sell on CDC. Like Texas has been so helpful. He said, 2,800. It's gonna sit. Thanks, buddy. I put it down to like 17.9, and then I accepted a bid that was like $40 under my price, and dude never paid. So does that keep other people from bidding? Like, did that just screw me over for 24 hours or what?
I have no idea. I don't mess with CDC.
Yeah, it sucks. I'm like, I'm in a time crunch here. Y'all are gonna give me a late fee. What's up, ITK?
Sorry, yeah. The reason I actually came up was not to rant about Lego or Playmobil. It was to talk to Voodoo about helium because I think we had this discussion a couple of months ago, man. And my understanding was that the mesh network that was being created by helium was detecting IO, sorry, IoT um, devices, but wasn't actually interacting with them. It was detecting them, but not interacting. So has that changed, or am I wrong, or like I'm all about mining and all of that. I think it's essential, but I couldn't when I read through helium, I couldn't get where the actual value was coming from. I get where
Okay.
where the value in the tech is coming from, but I couldn't get where the value in the I don't know. I didn't understand what it was actually doing other than recognizing
Before
devices.
Voodoo goes, can you guys just make sure that I don't forget to mention pi and the fact that it's at $300 and that was the
Yeah.
first thing I
Okay.
ever
Also,
mined.
we talked about this. So I've been mining for about a year, same as you. I'm so confused right now as to like what is actually
I
going
signed
on
up to
because
be able
it's
to transfer my pi out of there like 6 months ago.
What the fuck is
Pi.
pi?
so okay. So it's an app that you download on your phone and you literally just like
You
press
can mine
start
it
and
from
it
your
mines for
phone.
24
Yeah.
hours. Yeah.
What's it mining?
I don't know if it's your data. I don't know what it is. I'm gonna say your data, but I don't know what it
It was
actually is.
building a
But yeah,
it was
so
building a
I
network of
KYC.
contacts. Like you you
Hmm.
increased your mining by being connected to other people who were mining in your contacts.
Did you KYC? Like, so I KYC transferred it all over to my wallet. But I think it's like I don't think it's mainnet or anything yet. I don't know.
It is
It's
mainnet. Like I
confusing
got
me.
all these emails and stuff. It's
It's
just
it sounds
confusing.
like absolute garbage. It sounds like
Oh,
Yeah,
it's
absolute
garbage, but
garbage.
I
sort
have
of.
so much of it, and if it's $300 a coin, like I just want to get it to a fucking exchange. What are you gonna cock
Sell it.
block me now,
Sell it.
bro? We got like 2 days left in the
No,
year.
no, just fucking sell it, move on. Get Voodoo to talk
Yeah,
about
go ahead.
helium
Go
because
ahead,
it's an
Voodoo. Sorry.
actual.
All right. So the way helium works, their biggest market right now are, well, at least the first generation network, right? So there's two helium networks, first of all, going on right now. The first gen is IoT, and it does things like, for example, it can tell FedEx the exact location of its truck, so FedEx knows how far along the route that the truck is, right? So everything's mapped GPS, and it's transmitting that data, that is like the GPS data, is then transmitting it over the Helium network, which its first connection is through the internet. And then from my miner, it transmits that data to the blockchain, right? So that's one network. That one works solely on IoT devices. As of December of last year, Helium started shipping out the 5G Helium miners, which do the same thing, but this one is focused on cellular 5G. So what they're doing, instead of a cell phone company spending money building this huge 5G tower, and in some places, like it's very difficult for it to build them because of local city regulations. They have to look a certain way. They can't be too close to certain things. Blah blah blah. So to go around all that, Helium deployed these 5G miners, which uses your internet connection to make you part of a 5G network. And they offer discounts for people that are mining, so for your own cellular usage. But they're like they just partner up, I believe, with T-Mobile. Um, So that's a second network that they're also building. That one's a lot. It's only about a year old. Um, it's just a lot happening right now, and I'm really confused as to why, of all the networks out there, they chose to go with Solana, not right a network like Polygon or Avalanche. There are lots of Algorand. There are lots of other blockchains that are one more stable because you don't have to worry about them, shutting down every couple of months, and two, they're not on the brink of all this volatility and instability, right? So I mean, they're working right now. I've been earning. Nothing's changed. But it's just a little apprehensive as to what's coming up next with healing.
So sorry, man. Just a question on that because I know we've had this discussion before, and I know not a lot has changed, but I'm very interested to see if they've actually started to utilize the data. So that FedEx courier that's out there on the road, and they can tell the position of it. From my understanding, on the first network that they had, they could tell the GPS coordinates, but they couldn't tell, live data, as in, is this individual, breaking the speed limit? Are they braking too hard? I'm wondering if the Helium network, the mesh network, will ever be able to actually catch that data.
Absolutely, it does. It's always caught that data because the data doesn't come from the network. All the network is doing is becoming a conduit for transferring that information around, right? So the GPS unit, that is the IoT GPS unit that is embedded into the vehicle, collects all that data and then just uses the Helium network to transfer that data back to wherever they want it to be, right? So Helium network itself,
Provided it's within the mesh network, though, right? Because
if
there's a lot of
you
areas that aren't within that network.
take a look at the map,
Oh, I
like
have, I have.
yeah, they're well over a million worldwide. And yes, there are some areas that are not covered. Um, but I mean, you can even if you're in a barren area, the one like 5.8 dBi antenna can transmit like over 50 miles. Like the distance that it covers is insane. Now that's transmitting
Isn't that dependent
data.
on height, though, isn't it?
There's a lot of variations, but like that's transmitting data, not necessarily receiving data. So unless that IoT device passes within its hexagon, it's not going to detect it. You're right about that part. Um, so if there's not enough hexagons out there covered, yes, an IoT device can end up outside of the network and just in a blind area, right? But as long as it crosses that hexagon, that data is going to be transmitted, picked up, and eventually ends up on the blockchain.
Very cool. It's very interesting stuff. Our buddy Slums, who's been up here a lot recently, he got a helium miner, one of those Bobcats. I remember that was the last time we talked about it. It was a
Yeah,
couple months ago.
look into Amazon Sidewalk, and you're going to be shocked at how much money is being invested in this type of technology. Amazon has been involved in this tech for over, I would say, 4 to 5 years. And as of last year, they just hit a switch and Amazon Sidewalk got turned on just about every Amazon device out there. So any Amazon device that you have that connects to the internet, including the Ring device, is part of their IoT network called Sidewalk. And you have to go into their terms and conditions and opt out. So Amazon right now is doing the same thing that Helium's doing, but they're not rewarding the people participating in that network using your device
Of course,
and your
of
internet.
course. Uh,
So, Voodoo, in your opinion, who's the buyer here? Because Amazon are big dicks, like. So, how many people, other than, let's say, Google, who probably have the capabilities that Amazon have, are interested in that type of information, other than Samsung? and would be willing to pay for that data?
There's a lot of use cases for this type of like technology. It's used all over the world. It could do stuff like tell a farmer the amount of moisture that's in the soil at any point in its. I mean, they attach IoT devices to just about anything. It can tell you things like the temperature in your fridge is below a certain limit, or what. I mean, the possibilities of what you can do with this tech is almost endless. It's just as far as people are willing to push it. The fact that Amazon invested tens of millions, maybe hundreds of millions into building this infrastructure for itself tells you that they're not going to spend all this money into a tech that they think doesn't have a possibility of giving them like 5, 10 times the return, right?
Oh yeah, no, I get that. The thing about it that I struggle to put together is the end point. So, I mean, you create a technology like that, and you know the overarching question behind it for me is, well, who's going to buy it? Because obviously you're not, like, I mean, helium aren't going to get adoption, right? They're not going to build fridges. They're not going to build cars. They're not going to build all these electronic devices that we have in our household. So, you know, Amazon haven't even gone that far. Samsung maybe have, you know, you can get like a Samsung TV, you can get a Samsung fridge. So,
Oh no, I think you're just misunderstanding this slightly. So think of this as like an IFR reader. So the tech is already being built into these devices. They just have the network that's capable to communicate with these devices that are already being built. Like people already create having fridges are already being built with IoT sensors. Um, Farmer irrigation systems are already being built with IoT integration. They're just building the network that can then communicate with the tech's already out there. They're just building the network to
oh,
communicate with the systems that.
absolutely, and I fully agree. But the question is,
Who
who's going to
pays?
buy
It's
the
the
data
companies
from?
themselves. They enter
Yeah,
contracts.
because like
Yeah, they.
you look, but you look at GDRT there,
Yeah.
right? And I can tell straight away who's going to buy that data. Do you know what I mean? I know who the buyers are.
Who is?
But with helium, I can't. Well, it's the insurance companies.
Oh, right. Yep.
But I can't tell with helium who's going to step in there and say, right, these guys have got all the data we need in order to create the best product on the market and just blow everybody out of the water. I just can't see who it is. And maybe it's the likes of Samsung, but they do it themselves with smart things.
Yeah, this is more of like a subscription
Yeah.
service. So, like for example, the farmer would pay to have that data available to him because he needs to know what the moisture in his soil is at all times, and it helps him in his planning, right? FedEx needs to know where their drivers are at all times to help them be more efficient. I'm, there's a long
Yeah,
list of
it's the
use cases
individual
for it, and it's
companies. That's what
already
I was
being
saying. It's
used.
the individual
Yeah.
companies that enter into these contracts to use the network with helium. So, like, I remember reading about what are those scooters called? It's like Bird or something, and they had a contract with helium. So all of the Bird scooters are using the helium network for their IoT.
Yeah, and I get what you're saying, ICK. You're absolutely right in the sense that they need to expand on that side of the model. That was the whole reasoning behind because they have their own blockchain. So why do they need Solana? That was the reasoning, is
Yeah,
that they're
that's a
not
big
making a
question, you know.
well, they're not making enough money from their clientele
And there was
base.
definitely a lot of
So they
money getting
figured if they
thrown
can
around
use
over there.
somebody,
And they had speed.
so they
Yeah. I mean, they still have speed. They
so
just
they
don't have the
figured
money
if
being thrown around.
They have speed, but you know, like when the fucking thing breaks down every 2 weeks, it's that.
that's ridiculous, you know. So that was the whole plan. So they figured if they can focus on building their clientele list and have someone else focus on maintaining the blockchain for them, they can have a better business model. But I just don't get the idea behind Solana. Of all the blockchains to choose, I would pick like Algorand or Avalanche. It's like they're great
Yeah,
networks that
Algo's the
don't
one. Yeah.
crash, very fast, very cheap, So I don't get it, but
Yeah, I mean, it's something that when I read, like when I went through the data, I was like, Jesus, like this is this is great. Like this is really something, like really truly an innovative idea, you know. And when it kind of boiled down to it, you know, the question I always ask myself at the end of it is, well, who's going to buy it? You know, and I just saw such vast competition out there in the IoT space, and you know, big names, and I kind of thought to myself,
Who are you seeing?
well, I mean, where do you want to start? Do you want to start with light bulbs, plugs? I mean,
yeah, but
how?
IoT is not like it's not branded in the sense of like every brand has their own infrastructure of IoT that only works within an app. It's completely
Yeah, it's like
universal.
Wi-Fi.
So it's like Wi-Fi. Like just because you use Comcast internet and I use Xfinity doesn't mean that my computer can't get on the internet at one place or another. Once the IoT device is made, any IoT network can communicate with it. It isn't like brand specific. I guess the point I'm
Well,
trying to
no,
make.
it's not brand specific, but at the moment there's only two kind of I'll call them communication networks that you can use, and that's what Zigbee and Z-Wave. So, like, you know, they're open source. You can't not use them. You have to use them if you're going to be included in anything, really, you know. And Helium does pick up both of them, but so does Samsung, you know, so does Amazon, so does Echo, so does Google Home, you know. And I just wonder, like, I have Google on my phone, I have Amazon on my phone. I just wonder
Did you opt
where
out,
it's going
or
to
are
go
you
because
providing 5G?
take three guesses, man.
Good for you, buddy. I want everybody else down there to hear what ITK said, because if everything else is way the fuck over your head, that's fine. That's fine. We are resetting the room. It is 5 o'clock. We will be checking the charts momentarily. But if you take something away from this, make sure you opt out of whatever the hell he was talking about. Where do you find this button?
It's right
There.
there when you download anything,
All right.
you know.
You
Just
literally have to go and Google this shit. Like
Get
there
to
are
Googling.
you have to dig it. Yeah, you have to because there are very specific instructions
it
on
means
where to
you
opt
have
out of
what
this.
it actually means is you have to duck go it, you know.
No way. DuckDuckGo. That's wild. Hey, I promised a chart check, so here we go. These numbers are brought to you by crypto.com. Don't let him be yo daddy. Do you guys hear me when I'm talking over the beeping, or is it like super loud?
We can hear
Oh,
you.
good.
We hear it. It's fine.
All right.
Sounds
Yo,
fair production
I'm
wise.
telling you, this these charts look like a goddamn lie detector test. Like, what is this? It's like up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. Everything. Everything's going up and then down. Is this Sam? Hello? Is this Sam? Oh. Hello? Sam? Sam?
I'm sorry.
Wait, I'll be Tom Brady and you be Sam. Sam?
Whoopsie
Sam?
doopsie.
Tough crowd. I came all the way back to Twitter to see if you guys were throwing any laughing emojis. Not one. Not one. I thought we were doing good. Texas, we should do like who's on first? Maybe they'll appreciate that. You want to do a little Abbott and Costello?
Who?
Who's on first?
Who are you asking about?
No,
I know it pretty well, but I don't
I
know
know.
it all the way enough. But yeah.
I could see us doing Abbott and Costello.
Yeah,
you
I
can?
could
All
definitely
right,
do that.
good. Because it's baseball,
Yeah.
it's
Let me
old
just go.
school, it's comedy.
Mm-hmm.
All right. ITK digs it. There's my guy. All right, back to crypto.com. Bitcoin is at $16,814. You know what's funny? I bought some today. I bought it at 16.5, and you know what? Let me drag it. It is at 16.5.
That's not funny at all, man. That's
No.
not funny at all. That's totally prudent. That's totally prudent. Like, there's a fucking 101 other dumb shit you could have done
Yeah,
with
but
your
I
money.
bought Bitcoin.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Thank you, sir. Our guy Ugonzo came through, but
Oh, tell me it was that. Tell me it was that
yeah,
you
I
used.
used that.
Nice. Could have been a lot worse. You could have got it when you should have got it, and then done the same thing.
That's what yo. It's all about the pros.
And timing, and the silver linings.
100%. All right, so Ethereum. Wow, really up and down. Am I the only one seeing this? Because this is just weird. I look at the charts every day with you guys. Right here. Check the tapes. But for some reason, it's just a bunch of squiggly lines today. Even Shiba. Up, down, up, down. What does it mean? Solana.
Do you use TradingView at all?
No, but I should.
You
Yeah.
definitely should, because them crypto.com charts are fucking
Garbage.
garbage.
You know what looks like garbage right now is Crow. Everything's going up, down, up, down. Crow's going down.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get into that conversation. No, get yourself TradingView.
Dude, and
You
Solana
definitely
is
won't regret it.
technically up 18% right now, because yesterday this time I was talking shit and they were at $8.
Yeah, well, they heard
sure
you.
Did. Woof. No, talk some shit about Crow to me. I want to know.
What do you want to know? I mean, I don't think I have any great insight. It was a good coin.
It was a good coin. I love it. Solana is number one on the charts right now. Number one. That's actually pretty funny, right? Because so many people talk shit. It's not me. It's not me. If you think I'm a shit talker, get ahead.
What's wrong with Solana?
A lot of things, right? All the stuff we were talking about a minute ago. The VC capital was too much for some people's taste. The shutting down of the chain really.
Yeah, that's a big red
that
flag
pissed
for
people
me.
off. And then what was the other thing? Oh yeah, when they found out Sam was behind it all.
And do you think, just out of interest, I don't know the answer to this question. Maybe someone with more knowledge in the space would, maybe the likes of Bach or someone. Do you think there's more development happening on CDC, or sorry, on CRO than there is on Solana?
I think we got data that they lost over 80% of the developers over there in the past 2 months. We're only doing better in the sense that we've gained some developers and haven't lost any. I think we might have more than them at this point.
So, like, the two kind of main chains that have kind of crashed really this entire year have been Luna and Solana. And you kind of think to yourself, right, well, if the chain is crashing, surely the individuals who are supported by that chain, i.e. the developers, would be going somewhere where their work could be appreciated and they can make money. And I'm struggling to find where they're going. Are they going somewhere? Have they moved? Are they moving?
Bro, we want them here. We want them at least coming to chop it up with us.
But if they come, we have to support them,
And Kronos is not famous for that, right? We're not famous for rolling out the red carpet to devs. We don't throw hacker houses. We don't throw money at people. And I say we, but it ain't me, babe. What's up, Buck? No.
Hey, what's up, Alpha? What's
Hey.
going on?
Chilling.
You're contemplating again about the state of the blockchain of Kronos?
Yeah, it's about that time. You know, our second 420 is in about
Well,
10
dude,
minutes.
they do throw money around. You have to be from a certain country, though.
Stop it, dude.
Am I fucking wrong?
What country?
Fucking Singapore, bro.
Is Singapore even a country? It's like a city-state.
He's making a point here. Yeah, it's a state.
It's a state.
Is Singapore? Yeah, it's not a. Is it a country?
I mean, as much
Oh,
as I like to disagree with back, and I do
I know
love to disagree with back.
he's got facts.
I mean, they're based in Singapore, right? Kind of. Wow, tough crowd. If you guys know anything about Solana, about Crow, about where all the developers went around here, hit that mic button. We will.
But Alpha, I will say there's definitely a lot more developers developing on Solana than Crow.
Oh, man.
Because you have to kind of look at it. Like, if you're developing on Crow, you're kind of technically developing on Ethereum, right? Because Crow and Ethereum is basically
language-wise, yeah.
Yeah, same thing, essentially, almost. But like on Solana's, yeah, go ahead, ITK.
Say, I brought a developer over here from ETH, and you know, I was like, listen, you know, I'm not a developer, you know.
Wait, yeah, I know
want to
what you're gonna
develop
say
something
because I
here.
remember this past year, and all the developers that came from ETH to Crow had a really hard time, and that's why a lot of our mints got funky. Every single mint was funky because there are differences. There are differences between ETH and Crow and how you interact with the blockchains from a developer standpoint. And I think a lot of that was because
He thought it was a piece of piss, to be honest with you.
Wait,
Like,
what's the difference, Alpha?
Yeah, I mean,
I
he
don't
was
fucking know,
basically
dude.
saying like, there's no difference. Basically, said
Oh,
yeah.
well,
But he was saying like, you know, I was concerned. You know, he hadn't interacted with the test net and all of that to make sure everything would be capable of working in the way it was supposed to have worked. And
it was that things were changing. You know, the Wallet Connect feature kept being updated on like a every 2-week basis, and it was creating issues with connectivity. You know, I'm not a developer. I'm just telling you what the vibe was.
Yeah, no, neither am I. And the guy I brought from ETH, you know, he basically said, you know, I can do anything here that I can do on ETH, and I can do it cheaper, I can do it better, I can do it faster. Basically, what you want me to do? And you know, he was met with the same kind of animosity that any new project is met with on this chain, and it's just I think it's something we need to overcome as a community if we're going to invite people here. You know, that they feel welcome and that they're not met with the instant kind of, oh well, you're a scammer. You know, you've come from another chain, so you're coming here to make profit and profit off the community.
I
Blah
mean, we're
blah
not
blah.
that
You
fucking
know.
mean. Look at Trollcoin. We don't even know who's behind it. Everybody's real nice.
I don't know, man. I think everybody needs to take a good step back from themselves and look at what's going on around them and how people speak to each other around here and the way the community interacts with each other and how different projects interact with each other. You just don't find it in other places. It's not this way. It's just not. Um, and that's not coming from a oh poor me kind of perspective.
You're saying this in a good way, right? I can't tell with the accent.
Oh no, I'm saying it in a sincere way.
No, but like,
no, I'm not pulling the piss out of anybody. I just
it's a positive for Kronos.
No,
Oh,
it's a negative.
man.
Yeah, it's a massive
All right, so
negative.
what are we doing wrong?
You know,
What's wrong about how the projects interact, and what's wrong? Like, I know I yell at people.
okay, where do you want me to start? Like, I mean, how many threads have you read in the last fucking 5 days of
Okay,
one
links
person
doesn't
from
count.
one project shitting on another? No, not
Okay.
just her. There's loads of them. There's fucking loads of them. Like, look around. Like,
Yeah,
they're everywhere. Everybody's shitting on
people are
everybody
pissed.
else. And, yeah, and like, I mean, have to admit, I know it's a recorded space or whatever, but like, I come in here, I listen to different people talk about different things, and it seems like the last like hour of every show, not maybe, okay, that's a bit much. Maybe the last half hour of every show turns into kind of a dick measuring contest between people saying, "Oh well, look at my LP, look at my token, my token's doing this." Another token's doing that, but fuck them because we don't know who they are, and
Crabbing a blood
you
clot
know,
barrel, and I'm say, yo, every day I say that shit, man. What is with the crab in a barrel vibe? Like, we gotta stop with that shit. Because we talk nice to each other,
like
and then you're right. Like, as soon as everybody loosens up, right, end of the show, everybody's whipping them
I
out.
just don't I I just don't get
I
it. It's
know,
like
man. I know.
like
And
how many
I'm
different
honest with
profile
you guys
pictures do we
about it. I
have
tell
here?
you guys
Like,
every day that, like, people come in here, they give me the good news, and my instant reaction is fucking jealousy, is envy. You know what I'm saying? Like, these are, get the fuck out of here, Bach. These are instant reactions. This is human nature, right? And then I have to be an adult.
but it's not like
It
it's
is
not
human
like because
nature.
if you actually it's not, it's human nature. If you don't like someone and you see them succeeding, that you're jealous of them. Like that's not
You can be jealous of
like
people you
that's
like. What are you talking about?
there's a difference between jealousy and envy. And, you know, to be envious of someone is to look at what they're doing and understand your own failings and why you're not doing what they're doing and succeeding in the way they're succeeding. But jealousy is to look at it and say, fuck that person. Do you know, they shouldn't be succeeding. And like if you feel that way, say it. Do you know, like I don't understand
Yeah, I'm with you there.
the
If
bullshit
that's
about
how
it.
you feel, you better
Do you know,
say it.
like,
Because the thing that drives me the
yeah, fucking
craziest
say
about
it.
all these other spaces, I don't care how fucking boring you are, right? But, like, don't lie to me. Don't, not even if you're being nice. Like, don't lie to me nice. Don't tell me I'm doing great when I'm not. Don't tell me I'm your best friend when I'm not. You know what I mean? It's like, just be real with
But
me.
like it seems to me like there's a huge amount of jealousy in this whole like crofam, like we call it crofam, but everybody's just bitching at each other. Everybody's fucking niggling at each other. Like I'm reading bullshit about loaded lions. Like I don't even hold a loaded lion,
Bro,
but
you
it's
want
like,
to?
why
Like,
are
I'm trying to sell mine, and you guys
no,
like won't
no, I
even buy
don't.
it.
Not.
What the fuck is going on?
I'll tell you what. Do you want to know why I won't buy it,
Why?
Alpha? So I'm the guy who's going to come in and buy it at a 9x. What the fuck do I look like?
No, dude. I traded 10 chimps for this fucking thing.
But that doesn't matter. It was minted for
True.
$200. Maximum I'd ever pay is
All right, I'm not
$500,
trying to
and
turn you
that
into
will be
exit liquidity. I'll buy it back. I've got
no, no. I
millions.
know you're not. I know you're not. I know you're not. I know you're not. But like, do you know what I mean? Like, I'm not that guy. I'll buy it when it's at the floor. Do you know what I
I
mean?
floored it.
No, I mean
I
the
know.
real
I'm
floor.
fucking with you.
Come on.
Troops is up here. Watch out. When
Uh
your
oh.
powers combine, I am. Nope.
Come on, troops. Cut me off at the fucking ankles there, will you?
Evening.
Evening, sir.
I've not seen anything in spaces. I don't know anything about any spiciness. I just came to say hello.
All right, good. Good. Because you never know. You never know with either of you two. You know? It's like ITK, I'm flipping a coin every time. Troops, same coin. At least this time I got
I'm
heads
consistent.
and tails. If it's both tails, like, I'm rugging it. Happy 420, everybody. Holy shit. We're on fire today. 2 down, 1 to go.
And that time already. No, I just we're gearing up for all the fun Friday night shenanigans in the Discord. So it always happens every time I've got a shitload I need to get organized for on Friday night. My kids start having a fucking meltdown. No one wants to go to bed. House is pandemonium every fucking time. Just let me get my shit to go to bed at the right time. Let me get my shit done. But
Right.
no.
So troops, do me a favor, right? Advertise to the people, right? And this can be an example of the crofam or not an example of the crofam,
Uh-oh.
right?
No, don't do it.
So no, I will fucking do it, right? So put a link in the top to your Discord, right? And everyone here should be there if they give a fuck. If they don't give a fuck, they won't be there. And it's simple as that, like. Do you know, we either want everybody to succeed or we want our chosen few to fucking succeed. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's just so fucking stupid. It
Look,
doesn't happen
I got
anywhere
50
else.
people that give a fuck, right? Like, I've proven that I give a fuck.
Well,
And
hold on. We will fucking see,
what?
like. We'll see.
No,
We'll
no, no. I'm
see.
saying to you that Troops is going to prove his shit. But I'm saying I got 50 people that give a fuck. That's what I know, right? And I know that my wife expected more from me. Like, she told me today, she's like, you said last year, like, give me a year and let me show you what I can build.
I think you've done not too bad in a year, to be
it's not
fair.
enough.
You're so
It's
hard on
not
yourself.
enough, though.
Well, my wife keeps saying the same to me, but that's
You
okay.
built more than me, dude.
Well, I'm still firing hundreds and hundreds of pounds of my own money into it every week. So, you know,
It's not easy.
whatever.
It's not.
It depends on the reason. It depends on what you're building it for, I guess. You know, it's I'm lucky. I get my paycheck every month, comes into my bank, and I carry on living. This was fun for me, and it still is fun. And like that's why tonight, like you said, I know we'll have a bunch of people from our whitelisted projects and other people. There'll be probably 20 or 30 people in the Discord. A person like you will do his auctioneering thing. We're doing apes raffles tonight. We're doing our usual auctions tonight, and we're doing the birthday raffle. So we'll all be there. And I guarantee Yogi's got his hand up because he's got something cool to say about it.
Let's go, Yogi. No, but like Joe Q is always saying, there's 30 something projects in here. It's like if every project dropped it in their Discord, we definitely have over 100 people in here every day. What's up, Yogi?
What up? Yeah, Troops, I'm excited, man. I jumped into space earlier with Jenkins, and we was chopping it up for a little bit. Ready to get going.
Yeah, Jenkins' little Friday number that he does. It's always just chill. But you know, I mean, ITK. I think the point that ITK might be making, that if I was picking up on some of it, is that there has been a year. It's like a year of when you're hanging out with different people and fucking, you know, you have the bickering and ups and downs and whatnot. But I think on the whole, there's from the kind of core group that was here from the beginning, I think there is support. I think there's also shade there in the background sometimes, but I think on the whole, there's support for those people and respect and mutual respect for those people who have been here the whole time. What's interesting is some of the new frontier, some of the other groups that I'm not so familiar with, but I'm genuinely trying to get more involved and trying to do it. And that, like, even interestingly, on that note, just I've been thinking about that more and more the course of this week. And tonight's auction, we always pick up like different whitelist, like from our group, from the 12 projects. Usually we pick up their NFTs, and that's what goes into the auction. This week, I thought I'm going to do something different. So I went to 3 of the different marketplaces. Like, we always use Abyss's Bay. They're our, like, you know, they're our kind of partner, if you like. No financial partner, just the person that we've picked and kind of been there from the beginning. But this week we thought, let's do something different. So I went to Crocy, I went to Corgi, and I went to, NFT Launch Me, and we bought NFTs from all of those that aren't in our whitelisted group, and they're the things that are going to be in the auction tonight. So we thought, you know what, it's time we do a little bit different. So that's what we've got going on there tonight. So we've got a whole bunch of Corgis, we've got a whole bunch of Thunder tokens, and we've got a whole bunch of Kronos balls and a few other bits and pieces that aren't in our group.
Awesome.
So
that's
you know,
awesome.
We got to preach. We got to do what we've got to show what we say, right?
100%, man. And like, for projects that are established here, that's exactly what we need to be doing, and it's dope to see you guys doing it. You're always making the right moves. Like, no shit. But like, I do get discouraged with the people that have been here who continue to come around and ask for donations for giveaways and shit. It's like, my guy, we're like, if we're gonna support each other, let's do it for real. Like, I'm not throwing shade or blowing smoke up Troops' ass, but like, do it like Troops. What's up, ITK?
Question for Martek, Legion, Back, Work, Voodoo, and Yogi. Are you going to be there for that Troops thing in the Discord?
Yes, sir. I sure will.
Yogi, thank you.
I'm on the road,
to be
but
honest,
I'll make my attempts and I'll be there, man, for sure.
Much obliged,
I'll
Legion.
definitely try and make it.
I
Martek,
was
my man.
actually sending a message off the truth because I felt that I can't be there. I have plans with the
Well, you've been
I have
called
plans
out.
with the group, but I will contribute to the cause. So just check your
Nice.
DMs, Troop. So just give me
Work.
hollers, tell me when to send it, and we'll take care of it.
Work, you're going to be there.
Yeah, I definitely gonna be there. I'll be at work, but I will have it in my ear. I will be there.
Work is
Nice.
always there. Work is always there.
Good stuff. Back.
Yeah, Bach has your back. Yeah.
You gonna be there, Bach?
Back loves answering a question without answering a question.
No, we're always there, bro.
Come on. Alpha, you're there, yeah?
I might be there.
Nice. Well, I'll see you all there, guys.
Lots of love, bro.
Talk soon.
Always good stuff. ITK brings up.
Oh, is it like right now? Is it happening right now?
Soon.
Yeah, and I'll be like, we usually get things going in about half an hour or so, but we typically let the jungle do its thing before we really kick into it. And then I get a lot of my the UK peeps get all upset because I'm doing it too late, But it's we are going to chop up this year. We're going to try and do something for my normal UK people that sleep at normal times.
Yo, and tell me I'm not the only one that thought ITK was actually bigging up Kronos when he said, other chains aren't doing it like this, and the way projects talk to each other. Like, I thought that was a good thing. I thought it was because we all hang out together. We got like 30 projects in here every day. But nope, that's not.
No, it was definitely meant as a bad thing. Definitely, 100%.
What's up, Martek? Where's my positivity guy?
Yo. Happy New Year. Merry New Year. Let's fucking go, man. But big up everybody in the space. Hope everybody is like just doing well, man. But I mean, I hear what ITK's saying, I hear what Troop's saying, I hear what everybody's saying. It all makes sense. But still, I think we're still growing, man. Like, the crofam is definitely still growing. I think, the individuals that, and I'm not going to say have influence because I think influence is subjective, but like, for the influence that for the individuals that everybody looks to, we have to be cognizant about the sentiment that we're putting out there. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like, we have to set a benchmark of good conduct.
Yes, and I apologize. That poll that I put out earlier, that was stupid. That was against everything I say. I always say, like, let's not pit metaverses against each other. We only have 2 of them. The Creatures Verse thing was a fucking joke. And then someone went and botted it, and there was like 4,000 votes in 5 minutes. And yeah, sorry about that. I deleted it.
Yeah, we got to be careful like that. But the thing is, it's like, I mean, you're still evolving, Alpha. Do you know what I mean? You're still evolving, and like, it goes back to this saying, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I mean, but people are looking up to you. So, the sentiment that you put out, it might seem simple and trivial to you, but just a single word, somebody will hang on to that for dear life. And then they'll spread it and spread it and spread it. And I'm not saying that there's anything wrong because we're still growing. We're still learning these systems about spaces and how to conduct the spaces. But, our voices are very powerful. And I'm not saying that coming from a standpoint that I think like, ooh, all of a sudden I got a voice. But like, do you know what I'm saying? Our
No,
voices.
100%, man. People used to tell me I was crazy because a year ago I was saying, "Yo, we all need to take these spaces more seriously. If you're gonna host the space, like you need to take responsibility for what happens in that space."
Alpha is serious shit, bro.
Yeah.
Honestly.
But hold on a second, Alpha, because me and you had an issue about that not so long
Yeah, I
ago.
know, but I'm just talking about when people fall asleep and you don't know who comes up.
Oh, okay, right. Okay, that's
Yeah,
fine.
we got some serious,
Don't
you
get
know,
fired up about Billy.
it's pretty serious. I see Legion threw his hand up.
What up, guys? Yeah, no, back to Martech Alpha. You guys, great points, man. Look, the way I see it, right? Everything else is fucking breaking apart, man. So why? How can we expect? How are we? Grading? Crypto.com on a much higher scale, right, than everything else. We're still here, right?
We are still here. We might have lost you though. We're all still here.
The fucking call. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. We're still here. You all right? He'll be back.
Oh, okay.
There he is.
I'm back. I think I'm back. Yeah, my bad, guys. So look, long story short, man, what I'm trying to say is that just concentrate on projects, right? Just concentrate on projects, on communities who keep on building, right? It sucks. It sucks, right? It's not going how we envisioned it. It's not going how we planned. But we've been getting hit left and right, with things that are out of our control. And I feel that sometimes we dwell over shit that's out of our control, right? And we just have to learn how to let go of that and mess around with, things that we know we can control, right? Let's concentrate on what we are good at, right? And that's building, that's networking, congregating together with great minds that think alike and keep on pushing forward. I'll say it again. I'm really fucking happy to be here. I'm fucking honored, and I walk with pride, right? When I say that I walk with pride, I fucking do it, right? I know what I'm doing. I know that I'm leaving a fucking legacy for my family. This is not going anywhere, and we just keep on building, folks. That's it.
100%, man. Grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, the courage to change the things I can, and the wisdom to know the difference. Everybody should feel that.
Bro, you just said a mouthful right there. I mean, and again, I wish everybody would kind of like take a moment and just like listen to some of the stuff that is being spoken. What you just said there, man, grant me the grace to, bro, whatever it was. It's like we have to understand that Kronos chain is, we're not the biggest chain on the blockchain, right? We're definitely out there. We definitely got some sensible backing and stuff like that. But we have to know what our position is. We can't go out there swinging our nuts like we the greatest thing on the planet. We're not. It's just not. It's just not that. Do you know what
Yeah,
I'm
let me
saying?
do that. I'll be, excuse me. I'll be the guy that goes out there
But
saying,
at the same time, Martek, we're like 29th out of what,
we're doing
20,000.
good.
Which is magnificent.
Yeah.
There's a responsibility
Yeah,
that.
can you tell me that in the last, let's just say 18 months, that you have seen behavior befitting a chain of that status?
Absolutely not. Absolutely fucking not. Right? That's just real talk. I'm gonna keep it real. There's a lot of people around here. I don't need to call names, but like,
Call the
yo, you run it.
names.
You no,
It's
no, no. We
December
don't need to
30th. We
because
gotta
no,
burn out the badness.
bro, we don't need to
Fire
because
badness.
there is space for change. There is space for change. If they listen to you, Alpha, they listen to what I'm saying on the Saturday morning, everything about inclusive, cross-chain, I'm blockchain fam, and everybody's fucking welcome.
Yeah, man.
If
Preaching.
everybody subscribes to that, we might start getting somewhere. We can't be crofam maxis. We're not even the biggest chain out there, but you want to be a crofam maxi and burn down everybody else. You're playing us. You're not just playing yourself, but you're playing us. We're not there yet. We can grow to be that, but we're not there yet. And the only way that we're going to get there is by working together. Wish everybody success. If they bullshit in it will get revealed in time. Do you know what I mean? But in the meantime, let's just focus on working together, and building Kronos to what it needs to be. Because we don't own Kronos. Fuck a OG. Oh, I'm an OG around it. So fucking what? What have you done? Nothing. What
Man,
have
I
you
run 2
contributed to?
spaces a day, man.
You know what I'm saying? No, but there's people that will run around like, yeah, I'm an OG. I've been here from day one and woom woom. What have you done? Nothing. Have you migrated somebody from another chain onto Kronos? No. Have you introduced somebody from Kronos to another chain? No. So what the fuck are you doing? You ain't doing nothing.
I'll be perfectly honest with you, Martek. I came back in around the end of the bull market, and I heard people calling each other OG, and they didn't know what MCO was.
Oh.
You feel me?
Oh.
Mm-hmm.
You hear what I'm saying, Troops?
That's what we have. We
Mm-hmm.
have the talkers, man. We have plenty, but that's always been part of life, right? People that fucking go out there talking the loudest are, most likely they're the ones that have least to show, right? And it's the quiet folks. It's the quiet folks that, that keep on a steady route, and they keep on building. That's what I've been, noticing, right? On here, right? On Twitter Spaces, Discord, etc. You have your folks who just concentrate on just, dwelling on others, right? And that's where we were touching on that earlier, right? Jealousy, envy, or why not. And then we have the folks who, constantly just keep on pushing each other. And we've all seen that, right? And I know the folks who do, either or, right? And I've been paying attention to that. And those are those are the crews that I hang with, or that I decide to work with more so and less. Mark, man, you guys alpha. You guys are speaking the truth, man. And this is cool, man. Some reality checks here and there. This is legit.
I want to hear the names, man. I'm here for the names.
But you know what, Alpha? We don't even need to name names
We
because we
know.
know, we all know who
All
they
right.
are. We we know, your work
Oh
shows
yeah,
who you are.
you might know who they are, but I don't know if the people down below know who
That's
they
what I'm
are.
saying.
Like
Well,
I mean, we non-stop talk about, and this isn't like a pop shot at anybody, especially not Martech. Um, we come into this space and we talk about education and filling people in on how to interact with blockchains,
How to be
how to deal
safe.
with them,
Yeah.
how to investigate them, and like the people down there, we don't even know what Chronoscan are. So like,
Oh, we better rewind then. All right. Listen, you guys need to use Chronoscan. Chronoscan.com. If you're from Ethereum, you better already know about Etherscan. Etherscan dot whatever. Com, probably. You never know. IO
IO.
could be. IO,
you
IO.
brought
What?
you brought Uncle Low up
Yeah, I
here. I'm
sure
I'm
did. I
I'm
co-hosted his
afraid I'm
ass.
afraid of how much of a hole he's gonna tear into me. Go at me, Low.
Happy pre New Year, everybody. Hope everyone's doing
Yes, sir.
well. No, I was just listening to the space. I felt like I missed the prequel to to what was going on. What
Nah, you're an
ignited
OG,
this
bro. You're an
passion?
OG.
What ignited this passion? Was there some conversation, some spice? Just looking to catch
Yeah, I
up.
don't even know what fires up ITK these days. It could be a train set.
it it's just looking around. Like, I spent like, it's not often I do it, but I've had some time on my hands.
Putting
and,
those train
and I
sets
just
together. I know,
scrolled.
bro.
Yeah. But I just scrolled. I just literally scrolled through my Twitter feed, and I just thought, oh my God, what is
No, the
happening
vibes
here?
are off today.
Like, what is
It's
happening
not a
here?
day. It's not a day for scrolling the feed.
But
Yeah,
it's not just today. Like, it's 2, 3, 4, 5. It's do you know what? Do you know when I noticed it was the start of the I hate to, as much as I hate to say it, the CDC land sale. People started suddenly just kind of, oh well, you're with this person, and because you're with that person, You had a
I
re-roll
don't. Wavy won't
on
even talk to
land,
me
and it
anymore,
worked out in your.
and he's got a drop today. Y'all better go mint Wavy's fucking thing. Wavy stacks, not Wavy Crotopia.
Yeah,
No
I heard
wavy
you
stacks.
say, ITK about jealousy. I think that it's all over the place, right? It's in Web 2. It's in real life. People don't want to see, not necessarily everybody, but there is and that's what makes social media so toxic, is that people doing better than each other, could make somebody feel lesser of themselves, and that raises up defense mechanisms, and the response typically is to negativity, right? Because I don't like how that person's making me feel, and if they're making me feel lesser, how can I break down that success, or that image that makes me feel more comfortable with myself. And so, it's no different, and we see it in other chains too. I mean, I was in a space last night, and somebody said, "Oh, you only got a mutant. That means you're poor, and that you don't have an actual ape."
Oh,
So
yo,
it.
that's a bullish signal, though. If they're
Oh
saying
man, you
that shit
got fucking
again,
slammed, man.
No, it wasn't me. It was somebody else that I got told that, right? And so it's all over the place, right? So it's not necessarily just Chronos reserved,
No,
for.
but have would you be able to say with a degree of comfort that it's more prevalent here than it is on other chains?
Oh yeah, because I think this is kind of like a small city with a big city mentality type of thing, or big city with a small city mentality type of thing. Everybody is because the chain, right, is so new, and it's like it hasn't grown to be something like where it's hard to keep up with everything going on, like in Ethereum, BNB, and some of these other chains. Like there's just so much going on, and it's because they're a little bit older. But Chronos is still really young, and so it's a little easier to keep track of it all. Right? I mean, when we have somebody new come in, all of a sudden, they're shaking the ground. I mean, it's not hard to know, hey, or ask the question, where did this person come from, right? And I hear that
yeah,
a
that
lot.
was one of FTX's big
Um,
problems. Was they were late to the game, and they felt like they had to catch up. They wanted to have accounts the size of Coinbase, and you can't play the game like that. You can't push it.
Yeah, and I think being an OG, everybody is an OG. Everybody here is an OG because the reality is that this is just starting. Now, it's one thing to also be, have the history, right, and take time to learn. I think oftentimes there's people that jump into this and they don't take the time to learn the history. They have an agenda, or they have a goal, and they march forward without taking the time to learn, who's who and what projects are
Another
what,
great
and
reason
all
that we're
that. Right?
making the Jungle Book, y'all. Like, this is no joke. This is no joke.
I see people. I see people come in and they're looking to make a name for themselves, and they affiliate themselves with people that have lesser reputations around here, and then that's unfavorable for them because they don't realize that they're necessarily propping up somebody that might not be well thought of, right? And so it rubs off on them, and now they're affiliated, and it's all it's just like it happens in real life, right? And so being an OG, everybody's an OG here. But I will say this, right? I mean, there's different levels to this, right? Just because you host a space doesn't mean you're adding value to this community. If you're hosting space and just chilling, trying to build your name, you're trying to bring value to you. You're not necessarily trying to bring value to the chain. If you don't spend money on this chain, then you're not trying to bring value to this chain. What you're trying to do is position yourself to make money from the chain, right? So there are a lot of people in here that will talk about, being builders, but they don't really invest, and they haven't invested. They don't buy NFTs. They don't really support other projects. They have their spaces, they have their this and that, and it's really about them trying to build brands for themselves. So it's easy to throw rocks from a glass house, as we say, but we got to be real, and it is what it is, right? At the end of the day, you got to reflect on yourself, and if those type of words offend you or make you feel some sort of way, then don't look at me, look at yourself, look within, be hard on yourself, don't be hard on me. But that's the reality, right? Is to say that you're a builder, but you're not really building. You're here trying to set up a lemonade stand on the corner to try to get a few coins from traffic. So but I say there's levels to this, right? Because you don't have to spend money to be a builder, right? You can contribute with energy, but that energy has to be selfless. It can't be with the intent of trying to profiteer.
It's harder. It's harder to do it with energy than money, for sure. Let's go Martech and then ITK.
Yeah, and like what Lo was saying, as you said, it's there's different levels to this shit. Like what I'm saying. It's if you really are passionate about building out, like what we have laid before us, it's like you're gonna, you really have to check yourself. You really have to mature real quick because it's not about you as the individual. It's about how you're gonna work with other people, and that is the whole consensus of this thing. How are we gonna work with these new people that we're meeting? These are the I look around, I see PFPs that I've seen every day for the last 8 months, 9 months, every day. Do you know what I mean? So now we're building a level of trust because I see consistency. Now I might just open up a little bit more of what I've got going on because I know that you guys can definitely help me to get to the next level, and I can help you to get to the next level, and we all grow at the same kind of rate. Do you know what I'm saying? It's like we've got a great opportunity as individuals that adopted this madness fucking early. We speak the same language, we understand each other. So if we put that to good cause by using that level of communication to continue to create and build, right? I think we've got an outstanding chance of being excellent. But we've
Yeah,
got to love each other first. I've got to want to work with everybody. Whoever's bullshitting out there and you're on the cash grab, there's enough of us here to weed you out. You know what I mean? But we've
Exactly.
got to
Yeah.
stay together long enough so that we can continue to push forward toward the end goal. You know what I'm saying? There's some
Mark,
smart
that's
100%.
that's that's
motherfuckers in
the
here,
that's the
man.
test of time. That's right there. The test of time is gonna go ahead and weave out
Yo,
all the
there's some
leeches. All
there's
the
some
leeches
fucking there's
are
some
gonna be out.
geniuses in here, man. I mean, it's kind of like you're not walking around on eggshells, but it's like you don't want to piss somebody off because they're smart and they got like a certain following and all that. Like, yo, why
Oh,
don't we
fuck
just put
that, man.
everything to the
Fuck that. Piss
side?
everyone off.
Yeah. I mean, why not just put everything to the side and we all just combine, man? There's enough intelligence and intellect here that if we put all of our differences to the side, unstoppable movement. It's a movement. It's not about one person. It's a movement. Everybody's playing their fucking role, just like the championship fucking Super Bowl winning team. Everybody plays their position. We're going to win. You made a
Yeah,
position low. Alpha's got his position. Buck's got his position. Legend's got his position. He does mad fucking banners. Troop's got his position. He fucking pumping them out.
Yo, and
Everyone's got Voodoo's got his
I've
position.
been saying this the
Come
whole
on,
time,
man.
right? That we need to centralize, that we need to have one.
It's true.
It's hard though.
yeah,
Like I've been pushing for it for a whole year now, and it's like as soon as we get
But
close. I mean, I remember when we were starting these spaces, it was just chimps and lions. That was it. Psycho Kitties hadn't even dropped yet, and
but in
and we
all but in all honesty,
everybody wanted
Alpha,
to say like what it was gonna be called. Everybody like it was already called the jungle, and like motherfuckers had something to say, like this is just a space, right?
yeah. And Martek is right. And I mean, a lot of people. I'm listening to everybody, and what I'm loving about this exchange really is the fact that we're having it, right? Because I think oftentimes we for one reason or another, no fault of anybody's, we try to stay away from having these type of serious conversations, and these are so helpful, right? Because it helps everybody kind of understand the passion and get on the same page, and continue to push us forward. So these are necessary, and I hope people down below don't feel like this is like contentions or anything. Like this is like just like a family barbecue, and we're just having a discussion about how things are going, and it's a little bit of a reflection on the past year.
100%. Just don't bring that
so
Real
low.
Housewives reunion shit in here and start throwing tables. ITK.
So like listen
What?
up though. So with the heads that I see around, there's some mad shakers and bakers in here, Alpha. Every day. You know what I mean? I even feel pleased that they show up in my space. Mad shakers and bakers, individuals that know a lot of shit, know a lot of people, know how to do a lot of. Yo, if we synergize that motherfucking shit and put it in a bottle, who's gonna stop us? Who can stop us?
Nobody.
Literally. Who can stop us?
Nobody.
Because everybody's got their
But
own
Martech,
different
man, Martech,
flavor. Put it in the fucking pot,
the
and it's
problem is,
Here
unstoppable.
comes
We
here
got it
comes
covered.
ITK. He's gonna suck the wind out of our sails. Hold up.
I fucking,
I'm
hey,
kidding.
man,
Go.
I'd love to be able to clap to what Martech says. Like, do you know,
ITK,
I
let's
would
fucking
like.
go. Tap into me, yo. I'm ready. I'm ready to
Clap,
fucking eat.
motherfucker.
You
Clap.
seen me?
All
You
right, all
seen
right, all
me?
right.
I fucking
Yeah,
created my
right.
own
I'm
lane.
not seeing clapping.
No,
I said,
I
I'm gonna
know that,
do
man.
this.
Hey, no, Martech, this isn't a pop at you at all, man. No, not whatsoever. Um, I would love to be able to do what you're talking about, but the problem is, you know, now this isn't, a problem with these individuals at all, right? It's not aimed at anyone in particular. But Alpha's got a drop this month. Back's got a drop this month. Troops got a drop the month after that. Low's got a drop the month after that. Ape's got a drop after that. Chronoballs has a drop, and yeah, we have to remember that there is competition here, and it's difficult for people to big someone else up who's minting at the same time as they're minting, and
But the
like
thing is,
that's
But we
but
do it.
I
ITK, look,
would love
But
to
we
be
do
able
it,
to
right?
not
there's a big
do it.
blockchain out there, right? And I'm all over the place. I'm in every different blockchain space that there is to be fucking found. These
Oh
are all
man,
new people.
it wasn't directed at you at all. Do you know what
No,
I
no,
mean?
no,
But
no, no,
like,
no, no. I feel you. I feel you. But the thing is, like, if we're networking outside of Kronos, outside of crypto.com, if we're just being individuals of the universe and just like floating into different spaces, there's so much wonderful things and wonderful people that you can onboard in new
Martek,
spaces.
wholeheartedly, can you say to someone who you find elsewhere, this is the place you should come?
I'm saying explore it.
No, no,
Check it out.
I
yeah,
can.
that's
Why
fine.
can't
But
you? Why can't you?
Yes, 100%. I can
Fuck yeah, give
100%.
me
This
that.
this is the place I tell people to fucking
because
come to.
I'll tell you why. I'll tell you exactly why. Because I look around and not here, like, but I scroll my timeline and I see people non-stop bickering
Brother, but we
and
can't
That's
we
what
can't
bitching
we
at
please
each
used
we
other.
to.
can't win everybody. You can't win everybody. You can't please
No, but it's
everybody.
like my
That's all
project isn't
that's
getting
what it
enough
sounds like.
attention because this project is promoted by this and that project is. It's just such childish nonsense.
We understand, and I think we get that, and that's what we've been saying, right? Those are the folks that really they don't get out of their own hole. They just keep on digging their own hole with their
All
bitching,
right, so
complaining.
so why
So
don't we
what we're talking about,
why don't we collectively, when we see that shit going on, put our foot down on it and just say, listen, if you're gonna act like that, fuck off.
Yeah, but I think that's
that's
a
like
little bit
that's too much,
harsh.
and that's too much time, right? Look, time is of the essence, right? So if
It
we if
doesn't
we
take
all
it
if
doesn't
we all
take
stop,
fucking 10 seconds to tell someone to go
All right,
fuck
who are we
themselves.
telling to fuck off? Because now I'm lost.
Yeah.
yeah, like, who are we gonna tell to
We're
fuck off?
like, all right, examples,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
Okay, there's a dickhead called
What?
JJJNIKLAS,
Never heard
right?
of him.
Yeah, never heard of him either. Has over 1,000 followers, which is decent. Started talking about the loaded lions, about how the floor was manipulated, how CDC land was uh what's the word?
Fucked up.
Yeah, how it was pushed towards influencers and good blockchains were pushed towards the influencers and the bad stuff was kept to everybody else, and how he had evidence of it and how it's going to be released by a big YouTuber in the next couple of weeks and all of that. Like, eh, nonsense. Just, shut the fuck up, be a good little boy and piss off. Who else? There was another
I see,
guy.
I see what you're saying. So when we see some big FUD, right, something that we know is not true,
But
put a
just some
stop to it, right?
asshole being
Or
an
say
asshole. Why
something.
don't we call
Yeah,
them an asshole?
I
Why,
get it.
why
I'll
do
tell
we
you.
why do we have to everybody just say,
There's too
do you know
many.
what?
There's too many of them, bro. That's why there's too many of them. And if all of us that are building, right, the few of us that are actually trying to do something, we just stop, right, and give these fuckers the attention that they want. Who ends up
Yeah,
winning?
I just don't.
We just have to we have to push through it, man. And I sucks. I feel some type of way whenever I scroll through Twitter and I see some turd, talking, their facts about crypto.com or their facts about Web3 in general. You know, I feel some type of way about it. But if I sit there and if I start tweeting and start saying, oh no, you gotta check this, you gotta check that, I get off track. I get off track of what I'm supposed to be doing on my Web3 time. I speak for myself. Time is of the essence for me. So whenever I have, I have my time that's dedicated to just you guys, to just Web3, to my, to my graphics or to whatever it is, to learning some more. So I can't, some of us can't just stop and put us up to bullies. I feel you. But that's, we got people like you, right? We got people like you that can actually,
We got people like
post
Crover.
something,
You know what I'm
stop them.
saying? We got
There you go.
our Crow 45 loaded.
So here's the thing too, right? And this is, probably hard to accept in some areas or some degrees. While Kronos and CDC and all that might be where many of these relationships and many of these lessons started, and I'll speak for myself as it relates to the bigger picture. When I look at CDC or I look at Kronos and I look at Solana or Ethereum or wherever, and then I reflect back to Kronos, my tweets, I'm not, I don't have an affinity to Kronos or CDC, and my affinity is to everybody that is trying to take this Web3 journey in general. So if something that I've learned, maybe the hard way, can help somebody avoid that same problem or that same issue, I'm going to share, even if it shines a negative light on Kronos, because whether Kronos succeeds or fails, I really don't care. What I want in general to occur, because what should happen is Kronos should see where it is deficient and look to prop itself up. But what needs to happen is Web3 needs to succeed. And it won't succeed if we allow ourselves to focus too much on some of the weaker parts of the bridge, right? And not to say that Kronos is the weak part. There are plenty of other chains, but reality is that you have to be critical of the things you love sometimes if they're going to get better.
Yeah, and shit talkers with less than 1,000 followers, they don't need your attention. You got to scroll right
yeah,
past
and it's different, right? Because you do have people that you're right that are just like opinionated, right? And don't have the history. They don't have good intentions, and they
Wait a
don't care
minute,
about the
I've got
people.
less than 1,000 followers.
Yeah, I scroll past you all the time, shit talker.
Fuck you, Alpha.
So I think, like, I think there's going to be multi layers to this, because I think a lot of us we care about Web3, and we spend a lot of our time on Kronos and whatnot, and so sometimes it comes across like maybe like the laser is a little over concentrated. But I think the big thing, we want this whole space to be successful, and let's say Kronos does not succeed. I'm just, it's hypothetical. While we're here on this journey, at some point we would notice or acknowledge that and pivot into the channel that is going to succeed, and maybe that's a Kronos 2.0, or maybe it is Kronos, right? But but I think what you're trying to say, ITKA, is there are people that really should not be sharing opinions, and they do, and it's a negative on what we're trying to accomplish here, and as a collective, we should take the time to address, and I think that that's difficult, because you're going to have a lot of people that don't deserve the attention.
Yeah, I mean, so my own personal opinion on opinions is, like, everyone's not entitled to opinion, right? You're entitled to a well-researched, educated opinion, but you're not entitled to just go out fucking talk shit.
It's
Do you know what I
Dunning
mean? Because you
Kruger.
fucking
That's
feel
all
that
we're really
way.
talking about here. Is Twitter is a mess with people
It
suffering
is, but
from
like
that.
I see people retweeting stuff and saying, "Oh, what you make of this?" and is this, what's that? And I'm here going like, it's just attention seeking. It's people looking for clout or for controversy or for they just want to be in the spotlight for a few
And
minutes,
also
so
just
they
genuine misunderstanding, like people that don't get it
I'm sure
but
there's a bit
feel
of
like
that,
they do.
like.
Yeah, and they get fired up.
But like, I mean, the thing about it is like we're very lucky to be in a space that's surrounded by a blockchain. So if you've got a fucking problem, you can check it out. Like, you can actually look into it and research it and go and form an actual fucking opinion rather than just spouting some shit that somebody else
So
said. Like,
learn to
and
use Chronoscan, right? Etherscan,
that's my message of
all
the
of that
day. That's my
Okay.
message
for
of the
sure.
day.
Troops.
Troop
Yeah,
Sam is going
what's
to
up?
fall off, but I got to say, first off, I do not have a project. People are DMing me if I have a project coming out. I do not have a project coming out. It was just ITK was
Next
just trying to
month,
get a
yeah,
quote.
Share it,
next month,
share it.
right after
That
Troops.
was the tee up low, man. You didn't fucking even see the
It
fucking
goes
layup, man.
me and
No,
then
don't lie,
Troops
don't lie. This
menu.
is the time for us to break out and tell people we are launching
Pew,
a
pew,
project. Alpha, me, Low in
pew.
Texas. It's called Mijos and Lows.
Migos and
And
Lows.
it's an interactive play to earn game. So you mint, you put in $100
Pay to win, baby.
and pay to win, and it's gonna be based on raffle tickets. So about 5 people out of 10,000 are gonna be able to make thousands of dollars. Everybody else is gonna lose, but we're gonna have very happy 5 customers, and
Happy,
it's gonna be
happy,
great
happy.
for them. Yeah, no, but hey, on a serious note, everybody's entitled to their opinion, right? Like, if you don't like it, DM a person. Don't be that guy that like is blasting everybody out live on Twitter, because whether you have 1,000 followers, 300, people are gonna see it. Truthfully, right? Like, think of how weird Twitter would be if it was just straight toxic positivity. And ITK, I don't know how long you've been around, but we already had that phase where it was just like, GN, good afternoon, drink
Mental
your
health
water.
spaces.
Woof.
Oh yeah, man, it
Mental
made
health
me sick.
spaces.
Made me sick to my stomach.
Yeah, everybody had a
Yeah,
couch.
it's just not the right
No, I'm
place,
not a
right? Like,
toxic individual at all, man. I'm not.
Well, you
I'm
guys
just seeing a
definitely
lot of
aren't
fucking.
respecting Troops right now. Like, for the love of
Oh,
God.
sorry, Troops, man. Troops,
Troops
my guy.
starts
oh,
dropping
Troops
off
Troops,
from
knows.
over there. He
Troops
gets no
knows the way
respect.
I am.
Troops
Troops
has to
knows the way I am.
he's got to
If,
respect the co-host spots. I'm sorry, Troops, you go ahead.
It's all right. I fucking forgot what I was going to say 10 minutes ago. It's fine. No, it's I only really had one sort of slightly. I don't think it's contradictory, but it's maybe just a slightly different way of looking at it. And it was to kind of what Martek was saying, and I think actually one of the things that I think we fell a little bit foul to and maybe focused on too much was this idea that we all have to work together. And I know that sounds a little bit controversial, and especially given that Troops is a thing that pulled 12 projects together and continues to add more projects to it. But what I mean by that is that we don't need, like, every project doesn't all we don't need to be all one thing. Like, that's never going to be a thing. It's never going to happen. And I actually think maybe sometimes in our quest to be like this perfect unit of unity on Kronos where everybody loves each other, we were trying to make an impossible thing. And you don't see that on other blockchains. You think every project on fucking Ethereum knows each other and cares about each other and tries to work together? No, they don't at all. Half the time they're blasting each other. Half of them don't know it because it's so big, right? So the difference is, for me, that we are small enough that we do kind of know each other. So I guess we can be respectful. But the most important thing is that just each individual project or person just keeps building and keeps working hard. And that's all that really matters. We don't need to all do it together. Great if we
I
can.
know, we
When you
gotta.
find those partnerships,
Sorry.
make them and build on them. Yeah, that's all. Like, when you find the partnerships, you find the people you want to work together with, then do it, build it. Yes, absolutely. I've said it so many times over the last few months, particularly. Of course, I was involved in all the beefs. We've all blasted each other. I've been there. I did it. I hold my hands up and say, yeah, absolutely. I was one of those guys. And partially because of the type of project that Troopers is and the message that behinds it, I still will. If, like ITK said, if I read the blockchain or if I see a thing and I think it's fucking a bit backward, then yeah, I'm going to call it out. And my own community have pulled me aside and fill up my DM saying, I wish you wouldn't do that because it's bad on Troopers. And then the other side of Troopers who are in it for Troopers are like, yeah, well, that's what the project's about. So, I think just the constant quest to try and be perfect is killing us because it's not possible. Just everyone keep working hard and doing shit on the chain. Just keep doing
Yeah,
what you need to do,
perfection
and
is
those that
Troops,
like it will
unattainable,
like
but
it. Those
we're
that
we're
don't won't.
striving for it.
troops. Can
Yeah.
can I just
Wait,
say
before
something
you do,
there?
ITK,
Just on.
we got a
Sorry,
guy
because I
here.
can go
We
on.
got a
Yeah.
guy here. He's been pin bombing me the whole time, and I didn't even see it.
FRD.
FRND. Who is this
Yeah,
guy?
you're not
And
paying
he's got
attention,
some
man.
smoke from Martech. Martech, you know this guy?
Yeah.
No, I don't. Goodness, I
Well,
don't even know
he
who it
he might
is.
not know the
What are you
rules.
talking
Mic
about?
check. You got 3 seconds, or you're catching the boot. You can't pin bomb without a mic check, bro.
But just on that, troops, like, it's one thing to say that, people don't have to work together, but they also don't have to work against each other. Do you know what I mean?
Correct.
Like,
Absolutely. Yeah. 100%.
and that's what I see a lot of. And like, I'm as critical as the next. Well, I'm more critical than most. Like,
Yeah,
I
I'll
like
give you that.
to ask questions and get answers. And
Yeah.
I don't like to listen to bullshit. But
Same.
like, Voodoo's here. He's the head of a project. Troops, you're here. You're the head of a project. Back is here. There's a lot of project leaders in this group, and the less we ask questions about that project, because like I'm a prospective investor always, so like I always want to know what's going on, and we can ask each other questions in a non-controversial way, provided people take it in that way, and
Yeah.
people can take things in the way they want, but like with the level of scrutiny that the crofam put up, and instant, just like, oh, I don't like the way his fucking voice sounds, or I don't like the way he says this word, I'm not gonna invest, and he's a scammer. Like, I've heard that shit before.
Yeah, it has.
And it's not right.
It's typically been a pretty critical bunch from the beginning. Like even when we
Oh,
first came in, like a much smaller. It was a much smaller group, but like even I remember getting absolutely the run through it, and we were only about a month into the chain. But and it was all around this idea that we wanted to make it this really amazing place. Again, probably trying to strive for something that maybe isn't possible. But no, you're absolutely right. We can do it if you focus on, and that was actually a bit of a change that I think I made personally, and the Troopers project made, is there was definitely a point in time, probably in the summer some point, where a lot of the Troopers kind of investors and things came and said, look, let's just focus on building what we're building and less on all the
yeah,
other
and you
shit.
said it right
And it was
there,
a
man. Like, striving
yeah.
for the impossible. We all are, and that's part of the process. Like, we need to set our goals at way above where normal people set goals.
Look,
I think
and ITK, if it's a thing of like you said, your voice or whatever, we all love the way you sound. We love the way Droop sounds. Don't get it twisted, bro. And one thing is like the most natural human thing is to fall. It is to fail, right? Failure isn't. It doesn't mean that you
No,
suck.
it's how you fail.
It's not an outcome, right? It's how you get back up and you
Fail
do your
with
thing.
grace.
We've all invested in horrible projects. We've all gotten F's and D's when we were supposed to get A's and B's. I've been fired from my job before when I was younger, but that doesn't define me. It doesn't mean that I'm
I'm
a
gonna give you some
failure.
alpha,
It
bro.
means
You
that I
you
had a
gotta
failure.
quit before
So
they fire you. That was my trick.
yeah, so. Like my biggest thing with how things in the past year have gone is us allowing or giving platform to projects that we know aren't sound for our community. And I think if there is something that I hope we'll all work on together, is to do a better job of protecting are people from those types of projects because I just think that, yeah, they can throw us a couple crow here and there, host a space for me, things like that. But, and then maybe we don't even charge them to host a space. Maybe it's just we're giving them a platform, but we're not asking the right questions. We're not asking the tough questions. And we're just being too nice, right? Saying, oh, well, that sounds great and things like that, because we're just
I've
checking a
been guilty
box.
of that.
We're just
Yeah.
we're just checking a box. So, that is probably something that this year was the hardest to just kind of cope with, caring about this community. But, hopefully
Oh, we've
next
seen
year,
you struggling with it,
we
buddy.
oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm very wallflower, as you all know.
It's
And,
important.
Well,
It's
like
been an
low,
important part of this
we, we,
past
we,
year.
we should make that a New Year's resolution that when a new project comes in, we fucking scrutinize it. It's not just, and this is no offense to you, Alpha. It's not just, I
No, go
sponsor a
for it.
space so everyone should buy it,
Offend me, motherfucker.
and I know you can take it, man. That's why I
But
do
that's ITK. The funny thing is, that's exactly what we did used to do, right? And I used to do it a lot, and we used to do it in these spaces and other spaces. And people started saying, "Oh, fucking give them a break. But if they want to come in and be DJs and do whatever the fuck they like, just let them do it. It's the
Show a
blockchain. It's
coin.
fucking DeFi."
Well, you see that's the thing. Like everyone kind of holds up these two amalgamated words, DeFi, and it's like,
Exactly.
oh, that's my fucking armor against
Yes.
everything.
And you
I've
read
no
if you
responsibility because it's
yeah.
DeFi.
Hey, ITK, I see Martic had his hand up, and then Joe Q, and then Texas. You go ahead. I just want to keep them. I know the hands are hurting. They're gonna forget the same way. I don't want to do what we did to
Yeah,
troops to
Martek,
them.
I'm
I cleaned up the
getting
board,
fucking
dude.
fully checked tonight by Legion, man. Legion is fucking keeping me in line. I like
He's a
it,
good
Legion.
guy, man. Martek, I cleaned up the board, and that dude ran. So I don't know what that.
I don't even know who that was, man. I don't even, you know how the thing goes, man. It's like,
Yes, sir.
you got a little bit of exposure and people follow you around and do all kind of madness. But yeah, what Troops was saying, I mean, I totally agree with what Troops was saying. We don't have to work with each other, but me as an entrepreneur, I know that what's going to keep me striving is by networking with the people that are the best at it. Do you know what I mean? People that know their shit. You know what I mean? So we can't be like shy to approach people. If your shit is in order, that's not a problem. You know what I mean? But if you come in with that BS, there's enough intellectual, intelligent individuals in the speaker panels, you're going to get ran up out of town. So if you've got the goods and you really feel passionate about your stuff, I think there's enough intellectual individuals within the Kronos chain that can give you good guidance. But if you're into that wasting time stuff, I mean, nobody up in the speakers panel has time to waste. Do you know what I mean? I'm thinking on like, all right, I dedicate 2 hours, let alone Alpha dedicating like, 2 hours in the morning and then another 2 hours in the afternoon. This has to be monetized. Don't look at him sideways if he's charging, right? So that he can put you on a platform so that you can mint out your shit.
Yeah, it's kind of funny,
No,
man.
but
I mean,
at the same time, Martek, like like it's all well and good to sponsor a space and come up and chill, but like expect scrutiny. Like expect people to ask you hard
absolutely.
questions.
No, absolutely, absolutely. And I think it's all in the
Well,
spirit that
Wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait, wait, wait,
I
wait,
don't
wait,
think
wait,
that
wait. Do you
it's
feel
it's
like
it's in the
do you
spirit.
feel like ITK? Do you feel like projects that sponsored the space got a pass? Like I know everyone's thinking Crogecoin, so just go ahead and fucking say it. All right, we don't have to. We don't
no.
have to.
What I will say, the only experience I had of it was actually speaking with Voodoo
Oh, shut up,
last
Cole.
night,
You
and
fucking old fuddy duddy.
and I asked a question, and it was a very simple question. It was, what makes the decks different to what's been done before? And when I asked that question, everyone got muted, and it was just, oh, hold on a second, that's not a question that should be asked.
No, well, I think it depends on who's running the space. Do you know what I'm
But
saying? It's
it
like,
was this space. It
you
was this
know,
Wait.
space.
and again, nobody's perfect. Do you know what I'm saying? Things are gonna happen,
Yeah, I remember
right?
that.
Maybe you're not gonna like it as an individual, but I say it's like keep your head down, focus on
Oh,
what it is that
but
you're doing.
I
I
yeah,
don't
but like,
care what anybody else posts on
but
Twitter. That's got nothing to do with me.
no,
Do you
but
know what I'm
this
saying?
this
Texas,
wasn't.
just jump in, my brother. I see your hand go up and down, my man. Just you're not
But
gonna be
you
able to
see,
talk.
but again, like it's just divert the question.
No.
You know what I mean?
I'm about to. I've got to jump off here, but I just I think you can't have it both ways, right? And I think there is just two sort of different groups of people, perhaps. And like I agree with kind of what Lo was saying. I think what ITK was saying, and I think a lot of people were saying is that we did sort of say, let's like when you're in the DeFi space, it's a role of everybody to sort of self. Uh, um, I don't like the word police, but to self-regulate and hold everybody accountable. And we used to do it a lot. I think we do it less. I used to get like it got to the point where if I even asked a question or that was even a little bit tough, people are all fucking troop together. So I just stopped doing it, right? And because whatever, I'll just go carry on building my own thing because there was a lot of trash in the last like the first 6 months of the year. There was a lot of good projects. The second 6 months of the year, I didn't see as many. Now, is that I don't like that's just what I saw. That's just my own opinion. No, not having to go anybody who might have came in that time frame because there was a couple of good projects too. But you can't have it both ways. You can't have just everybody keep building, everybody do their thing, but we want quality, but not be able to ask the question. So I don't know. I think if you don't like it, then you don't come into the spaces. But if you come in and you're in a space like alphas, for example, and I think alpha you've always been pretty fair from what I've seen. I've spent a lot of time in both
Yeah, like
spaces.
I fucking muted
You know,
ITK, I remember. But like I also let him talk a lot,
yeah. So I mean, I think it's just if you want to come and do an AMA or you're going to come and talk, then expect you'll get difficult questions. I still get difficult questions and still deal with tough stuff every day. So it's just that's if you want
It's
to be a
good. He's
project
got a good
lead
community.
and you want to well, if you want to survive long term, you're going to have to answer
Yeah,
them.
and you don't want a community full of yes men either, because that's not going to guide the project in a good direction.
Absolutely not. It's the community that have held me the most accountable, to
Yeah.
be honest. But just exactly what ITK said, I wrote it in after there was a little bit of spice the other day when I had a little bit of back and forth with Santi about Croge, and it was right in our Discord where our whole community can see it because he came in a little bit flustered with something that I had said on Twitter. And I just addressed our community about what went on, and the final sentence that I wrote was exactly to what ITK's point was that we can't just keep saying it's DeFi and it's crypto. That doesn't absolve us of all sense of moral, ethical, or social responsibility. We still have to do those things. Simple as that.
Voodoo, what's up, buddy? Oh, Texas. Did we skip Texas?
Yeah, sorry. Go ahead, Texas.
Oh, essentially, Troops has captured what I had to say.
What do you know?
And, you just have to appreciate people who try to do the right thing at no cost to you. And if you don't want to, that's fine. But people will just quit. People will stop making stuff.
All right.
I just wanted
I've
to
actually got the solution to that as
ITK,
well.
I'm
All
really
right,
close
buddy.
to answering your question. If you give me a second, buddy. You
No,
just give me a second.
no,
I
you're not
never
allowed,
tried
man.
to avoid. I never tried to avoid your questioning. If I don't know how long you've known of me in this space, but I was one of these individuals out there asking hard questions. Like I wanted to know, and it wasn't from a bad place. I'm just a very intuitive person by nature. I've been behind Board Candy for 3 solid months now. I've described all kinds of differences between ourselves and other dexes. We have AMAs every Saturday, except for the last 2 Saturdays, because we're taking a break and getting ready to reset for the new year, where we allow anyone from the community to come in there. We're there for 2 hours. You can come and ask us anything you'd like to know about Board Candy. The list is just too long, buddy. We're a community focused DEX. We're one of the very first to have a game that interacts both with the blockchain and off the blockchain. We're listed in both the Apple and Play Store. Our fees, our transaction fees in our on our DEX doesn't go to the owners and the founders and the team. It goes back into the community in the form of a burn and liquidity purchasing. That's how our liquidity has jumped from like $300,000 to $1.5 million as of today, and it keeps growing. Every opportunity I get to work with another project in the community, just look around on Chrono, see how many projects are minting using Candy. That's because of us out there, going out there, speaking to these project leads, telling these projects, listen, let me show you how you can utilize our
Talk that
tokens. We
talk.
don't see
Let's
other
fucking go.
dexes as competition. Our competition is Crow. I want you to use Candy more than you use Crow. I want to help every project on this blockchain because you're not my competition. We're here to grow together. So that's why it kind of like irks me sometimes when I'm not going to name projects, but two of our core team
Name
members
those
got kicked out
projects.
of Discord. It's not important. The point of the matter is the point that's important is that we still turned back around and still went to this project. And then he found out that the individual that was bad mouthing us was like, we're going to be working together in a month through a different project, you know. And back to what, because I've been sitting here for a while listening. So back to what Martek was saying, like when I first came into this place, I was very free for all, working with everyone, but not everyone works the same way. So my specific position for myself personally, I surrounded myself with a small group of like-minded individuals, Drifty, Doc, Thespis, Feeny, Frenchie, Sandy, and as a group, the seven of us, we thought alike. We worked well together. We're like, okay, let's build together, and that's what we've been
Did you
doing.
say Santi?
No, not
Easy,
Santi,
boy.
Sandy,
Easy.
the British guy,
This
the
fucking
Okay,
British
just
guy.
just checking, just checking.
Thank you. But I'm all for helping other projects. I'm all for helping grow the blockchain as a whole. That's what we're here for. If at the end of the day, like I tell everyone, you know, I don't care. I don't have time to read your feelings. Get out of my DMs. I don't want to hear it. There's two people, like, I'm not new to this, bro. Like, my Twitter account is 13 years old.
We
And then
ain't
that
new to this.
whole
We're true to
time,
this. Tell them. Let's go.
there's
We
only
missed
two
our
Let's
third
people
get
I've
it.
420.
ever
What the
blocked.
fuck? Like, we're
there's,
in this shit.
there's only two people who I've ever blocked. And I block people because I really don't want to have anything to do with it. Like my philosophy in life is that I will outwork you, I will outlast you,
Boom.
I will outproduce, and that's how I'm gonna define myself. Like I don't need your consolation, I don't need your approval. My work will speak for itself at the end of the
Fuck
day,
out of here with that
louder than
shit.
anything you have to say.
Yeah, that's a mic drop, homie. Who's up here? Marcus?
Hey everybody, I've got no idea what's happening with Croge and Santi, but I love the Fox, so I don't know there. But I think everyone does deserve the platform to speak, at least to get their opinions in. I do believe that censoring opinions is really not the way we want to go. Um, and personally, for someone who started a project and started working on it about 9 months ago, the questions I receive today are completely different than back then. 9 months ago, people were asking me about legalities. People were asking me, well, how are you going to traverse the U.S., judicial system and shit like that? But today, no one gives a shit about that. No one's asked that in months. And it's because people are becoming much more yes men. Yeah, okay, let's go with it. Next, yep. And I do see that is a degrade of service. Myself, I built a much more robust idea when I was given the hard questions, and I think that is something we definitely need to go back to.
Someone hit this man with some hard questions. Joe Q, what it do?
Here's a hard question. Alpha, Coke or Pepsi?
Coke.
Martek, Coke or Pepsi?
He seems like a Pepsi guy.
Legion, Works, everyone who's up here, Coke or Pepsi?
Neither.
Coke. Fuck, man. Coke.
Dr. Pepper.
Oh,
Dr.
That was
Pepper.
not a
Okay,
choice.
oh God,
when
that's not an
when it's
option.
all said and done, guys, the projects coming together is Coke and Pepsi. We may share the same aisle space, we may share the same blockchain. We're not the same. We're not going to be the same. We can work together not to destroy the frickin' chain. That's the point. Just don't
You
destroy
can
the chain.
you can give me a strawberry soda, man. Fuck Coke and Pepsi, man. Give me a strawberry
Hey,
or
that's
grape.
fine.
Give me a
There's
grape
enough
or
room for
pineapple
everybody.
around this bitch. Give me some
Yeah,
grape
there's
around
enough
here,
room
man.
for everybody, guys. And calling out bullshit when it's bullshit, guys, we've been doing it. And yeah, I think that there's times where we get a little more lax. A lot of people have done things because, hey, I've known you. You're my buddy. We've been doing this. You wouldn't do me wrong. Well, sometimes you don't really know people the way you think you do.
And I
So those
feel you,
tough
Joe.
questions need to keep coming.
I feel you, Joe, but like my stance is I'm not the fucking Kronos police around here. I'm not the chief detective around here. You know, I mean, there's questions, but you asked the right question, but you forgot to ask this. I'm not the police around here, man. I'm not your sheriff around here. I'm sorry, man. I can't take I'm not gonna take on that responsibility. You know, I provide information. Is there's entertainment content in there? You know, I'm a content creator. Space is about
That's
content.
a cop out,
Space.
Mark.
It's
That's a
not a
cop
Well,
cop.
out.
I
It's not a
It
cop
is a
out.
cop
It's not
out.
a cop out, bro. It's not a cop out because the thing is, I'm not here to police everybody. I can't do it. It's not physically possible for me to do it. I'm not that intelligent. I'll raise my
No,
hand
but
up.
like
But if you
Oh, but
see
you
someone
let's
stealing
police the
let
someone's
people
You
purse
that
and
know.
running
come
down
through
the
your
road, what do you
space.
do?
That's what we're saying.
I
let
mean,
let's say someone
now,
let's say someone's coming to your space, Martek, and you know you've itched the surface, and you're going, shit, I don't know about this. But
yo, if it's bullshit, I'm gonna call it out in my space. It's bullshit. Like, get the fuck out of here. Your
okay, that's
project
There
is
fair
you go.
enough.
bullshit.
That's
No,
fair
I will
enough.
do. No, I will do
That's all
that.
we're asking. You
I'm
don't
not
have
gonna
to.
play
You
that
don't have
shit.
to
But the thing
chase
is,
people.
but the thing, right? But the thing is, I don't have the capability to police every single project. There's projects from other chains that say, "Hey, can I get a space? Can I get a spot in your space?" It's like, yeah, for sure. Like, you know, donations are greatly accepted, but like, you know, I'm gonna provide you airtime and a platform, and that's why I always put a disclaimer. Like, listen, I don't know whether these guys are going to be around next week. I don't know. I can't swear for that. I'm not pumping this. I'm not telling you to buy this. Do you know what I'm saying? But I do have a platform where they can come up and give a long form presentation. And if you bullshit, you're going to get found out. That's the whole thing. Do you know what I
Martek,
mean?
I can truly,
Provided you're asked the difficult questions that are hard to answer.
I can honor and respect you, Martek, for what you're doing. There's a place and time for all these things. The biggest thing that no one has said in this space the last little bit is do your own freaking research. Do not depend
You're
on
right,
this
Joe.
space to create
Absolutely.
your research.
Absolutely.
Another cop out,
Do it.
another cop out, another cop
That's
out.
not,
No,
no, no,
it's
no,
not.
that's real
No,
talk.
it's not.
That's real talk.
No,
That is real talk.
it's not a cop out because
Another
guess what?
pure cop out.
If you are,
I didn't boot him. He's driving.
He
He's
went a bit,
driving.
but I'll get your ITK. I'll get your ITK. But like,
Saying
I'm not the
do your
sheriff,
own
bro.
research to somebody who doesn't know what
I'm not.
Chronoscan is not possible.
Well,
They're
that's
not
why we're
capable
here
of it.
teaching people how to use Chronoscan when we're not bickering. Eh?
Actually, Legion, did you like how long I had my hand up for there? I didn't see
It was
you
pretty
saying,
good.
"Oh, ATK's got his hand
I'll
up."
give it to you. That was good.
My thing, the reason I have my hand up was I actually want to say to Voodoo, thank you for answering my question. You know, Alpha, it wasn't that difficult to just let him say that when I asked the question
Oh,
a
now
couple
you're
of
gonna
days
fucking
ago.
come
Do you
at
know?
me, bro? I'm gonna boot your ass so quick.
Yeah,
You got your answer, buddy.
man, you know, you can fucking boot me all you want. It's not gonna change me.
Just for fun. Nah, you're good. Joe's lady is up here. Hello, cutie.
Hey, Alpha, how's it
Long
going?
time.
I know. Oh, well, holiday season
Yeah.
is my busy
Merry
season,
Christmas.
and my store completely sold out of every stitched piece of inventory that I had. So now I'm hitting the grind on getting ready for Valentine's Day.
What was the most popular candle? What was the most popular candle scent?
I don't make candles. It's
So,
all soap and
oh,
lotions and stuff.
soap.
But I would
Sorry,
love
sorry,
to
Yeah,
sorry.
know,
the
I
soaps. That's
listen,
what
but not that much.
since it's in
Yeah,
such high demand, the bath bombs
the
and
most
the
the
soap
most
bars are in our mystery boxes. So
nice.
that is how you get it.
Yep, and I'm gonna have some new cool stuff that I've been talking with Joe Q about to do that We'll see. It'll be a surprise here down the road with that kind of stuff. But no, I was just going to jump in because I always seem to jump in when you guys are all having kind of spicy. Holy hell. I was just going to say, I'm not sure who it was, Martech or anybody, all you guys, when you're talking about policing, police yourselves more than anything. Everybody needs to look at themselves in the mirror, police themselves, but also look at the other projects. And, you know, yes, I'm backing up Joe Q, my hubby, but everybody, because Alpha, I learned this from you.
Oh no, not in the good part. Oh God, where are you guys driving? Get closer to a
She
cell
did that.
phone
She did that on
tower.
purpose. No, that was another purposeful mic drop. I'm gonna say.
Oh man, Natalie, how are you?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, I'm good. Just listening to y'all, but didn't come up to speak because I'm in the middle of cooking for New Year's. You know, down in Texas, we got to cook some gumbo and stuff like that.
I don't know what
So,
happened there, but Twitter just rugged me.
but I also came up to say hello to Cutie since she was up here, and
Yeah.
to thank you and her for the bath products that I received in my my package.
Oh, you're welcome, Nat. And I don't know what happened, but Twitter just rugged me. I was just going to say that on that end of that, what you guys are all saying, and Joe Q was saying too, is you really do have to do your own research. It's not a cop out. Everybody has to look at things and do their own research and ask questions. But, you know, everybody's adults. Everybody can learn their own lessons, do their own thing, and make their own judgments and decisions based on that. But
ITK, be a gentleman. You can't throw thumbs downs at a lady.
you know
Listen,
what? Hey,
listen
you
here.
know what? They can if they want to. It just goes to show exactly what kind of people they are. That's all I will say on that.
Yeah,
Oh.
ITK, you were saying that people shouldn't have their own opinions, and then you complain because
No,
they
I
give
said
too
that they
much
shouldn't have
time.
their own. I said that that's not what I said at all. I said that they shouldn't have their own ill-informed, uneducated
We are
opinions. There's a
here
fucking
to
big
help
difference, man.
everybody
There's a
learn
fucking
how to do
vast
their own
ocean
research.
between them two
I
statements.
just want everyone
There's a
to know.
vast
But
ocean
look,
between them two statements.
the truth is okay. Let me follow Crypto Cutie. For let's say, how many people are there in here? For 47 out of 48 people, their tweets are not financial advice. All of my tweets, everything I say is
Me
financial
too,
advice.
baby.
If I for okay 46 out of 48 people, everything I say, do not do your own research. If I mention it on the timeline, like literally just go buy it. It doesn't matter the price. Like right now is the best price, and this is the best entry point.
When we say jump,
I do
just
plenty of
go.
research. Just buy. Just do it. Just do it. We're
We
here
are
for you guys.
not financial advisors.
Okay, so I have an opinion on this whole subject, even though I was busy cooking, and so I didn't come up. But my opinion is that don't nobody have time to do all this research and you know do your own research
Oh, you don't.
yourself. But
Oh, that.
Hey,
but
quiet
so
down there.
wait. I'm not finished. So if it was stocks, you could go somewhere and you could get help with the research. You could see, like for bonds, what was rated A, double A, triple A. There's services. There's people who do have time to do the research. They do it, just like Miho said, he does tons of research. And then there should be some kind of rating services for projects. I mean, wouldn't that be easy? So people on here who are like, there's two sides of the coin, right? There's people who say, and they don't have time, it's DeFi, do your own research. And then there's people who say, I do tons of research, and if I suggest it, then buy it. So obviously there's at least two totally, completely different opinions. So let the people who like to do research do it, and then rate the projects. Hello?
Oh my
Brilliant.
God! Looking at if I wasn't married and you didn't have a family, you were in front of me. I would
Thank you.
I was saying, hey, youths are not looking good right now. Buy youths.
Buy Utes.
Go to $100.
You heard it here.
And that's
Well,
that. A little bit after that's when I did my entry. So some people do their own research, and like it, my win ratio, truthfully, it's a good 70%, 80% on a good month, and there's some months that I'm just like firing off bangers, but it's not bullshit. Like people do DM me asking me like, hey, is it a good time now? Is it a good time
And
later?
how do they send you money
And
if they
my
want
honest
to just?
opinion,
Where do people
nobody sent
send
me
it if
money,
they
not
want you
yet.
to just? All right.
No, but
You got
can you?
you
Do
got
you have money for me?
you got your Twitter tip jar set up?
You know what I'm hoping for 2023? I'm hoping ITK and Troops put a space together at least once a week or every other week. I'd love
Yeah,
for them to
dude. We'll call it
host a space together.
the Gauntlet, and we'll make every project go through it like a car wash.
Something. It'd be fun. It'd be
Mhm.
fun. Yeah.
Come out squeaky clean on the other side. Let's go Voodoo, Yogi, ITK, and then I gotta go. You guys have been on your best behavior, so we are over time tonight. No Voodoo? All right, yo.
Oh, sorry. I was actually in the troops Discord trying to turn down this damn music volume.
See, the party's already started.
The party already started, and I have no idea. Hold on. Okay. Anyways, back to here. You don't have a lot of time, buddy. ITK is actually the person I came up here to call out because I went to send him an emoji, and I just freaking realized, fucking, you don't follow me, so we can't, whatever, it's cool, it's all right, we're good, we're good. Big ups
Nope,
though.
sounds like some bullshit to me, man. I thought we were all helping each
You,
other.
you can send me a private emoji now, man.
All
Okay.
right, now it's getting sexy. Yogi, what's up?
Oh, I'm coming to change the mood. Hey Voodoo, I seen Trollcoin hit 10K. When the pool's starting?
Oh man, well, listen, it's there, so just like
Who
everyone
got them to
else, they're gonna get
10K so
there.
quick? SBF?
They got themselves to
Damn.
10K, just
Bro,
like I told them. I was like, you raise it, we'll list you. So they're listed. We're thinking the dev that specifically develops that part should be back on Monday. So no later than Wednesday, they should be up.
And congratulations, you fucking trolls. Legion, what's up?
What up? Now, I just wanted to touch back on the whole why do your own research, man. It matters. If it matters both ways, and I can see both ways how it matters both ways, man. Like I remember stepping into to the to Web3 or whatnot, and not on these spaces, but on different spaces, and I would ask questions, and they would just throw that out there. Oh, you know what, dog, you gotta do your own research. All right, cool. That's such a it's a letdown, especially when you're brand new, right? But I don't hear that here. I haven't heard that here, and I've been here for quite a while, and I think we've done a pretty good, pretty well done job on explaining, right? Explaining what doing your own research is, and it'd be nice. It would be nice, right? It'd be very nice to have a resource where we could come and everything is there, right? All the data is there. Everything's nice and pretty, but reality is that you still want to know how to do these things. You don't want to take advice on something that you're trying to build on, right? You want to be the you want to be the one that folks come to ask advice from, and if you're here, might as well do it, man. Be deep, dive all the way deep into the waters, and don't give up, right? Don't just wait for somebody else to give you the answers. I know time is of the essence, right? But sacrifice, it comes it comes with it. You have to sacrifice for sure.
100%, man. Be the change you want to see in Web3. Don't leave it up to anybody else. Do it. Text, yeah, you can slide
Don't
in.
attack people asking the hard questions. Don't come at them. It's not right. If someone asks the
New
hard
Year's
questions,
resolution.
then yeah, I mean there's some fake people out there, and it's nonsense.
We're gonna be better. What do you say, ITK? You believe us?
I don't know, man. Do you really want to sign off with me?
I mean, I've done worse, right?
It's a bad idea, man.
From
So I
Carol
have a.
Baskin to
Oh my God, I
Nah,
have a.
help me out here.
Billy
Well,
the
I have a
Pirate.
quick comment, right?
Everyone's been so positive.
You need to know how to do both, right? I mean, the rating service is my idea, so I love it. But you also need to know how to drill down and check things out on the back end on Etherscan, right? But you can't check out if you have a full-time job, you can't check out every single project like that, right? So you use a rating service. I mean, come on, there's Yahoo Finance. You can enter criteria, You can enter like the risk that you want and the rating that you want. And then you can get a list and you use that list to do your own research and drill down. So you need to know how to do both, right? You need somebody to help you and rate things and bring things to your attention. And then you also need the skill to drill down and get the details yourself to verify what somebody else is recommending. Okay, that's it.
Yeah, I think that that'd be helpful, Matt. But I think that there's a lot of potential gotchas with that type of service because let's say two things, right? One, let's say that they're very accurate. They could leak information, get positions established, then release the reports, and then boom, the floor pumps, and now they exit and people get hurt. On the other side is, let's say they're really good and for 2 or 3 attempts, and then the fourth attempt they're bad, right? At the end of the day, especially because it's unregulated and there's no true like Price Waterhouse or those types of auditing firms, it's not going to be something that is fully vetted and safe, especially if it's non-regulated. But I do agree that something like that would be helpful, but I think we all have to develop our own little method of rating for our investment styles too, because you don't need to be in every project. Just find the projects that jive or mesh with who
Just
you
the
are,
ones me and
right? And
Miko and I will tell you where to go. So just wait for the signal.
No, but Nat's on the right headspace though. There's actually a project, and I'm gonna pin something up over here. I interviewed them. I brought them over to the last Sunday space, and that is what they do. They don't have an NFT. They are a platform that's like the mix in between Rotten Tomatoes and God, Wikipedia, right? So it's like right there, right in between Wikipedia and Rotten Tomatoes, and all the information about projects that they have is aggregate from the community within those projects.
Yo,
So they can tell you how good the community is, how good the project is, and what they're all about.
all right. So
So
you've
if
got the
you are
inside scoop,
interested,
man. You're tight with Rockstar. So why?
but
What?
but they can't tell you how financially viable they are. They can't tell you whether they have the skills and the teams necessary to succeed or translate their vision. They can't really even tell you what are the probability that the teams will
No,
meet their
I just want to
visions.
know why he unfollowed me. Why he's like my biggest hater these days.
oh, dude, that
Like I
that
can
has
show
nothing
him
to do
how
with
to get a
me.
sponsor and like how to be consistent. Like I can show you, but like don't
Why don't you
be a
DM them?
fucking hater, dude.
DM them from
All right.
CrowCakes.
Yeah, you got to have 5 accounts first and foremost. Mr. Lee, where you been?
Yo, what up, man? Yo, I want the reason why I'm jumping up here is because yo, Troops, I see you in the listener spot, but you might want to come up. Yo, I just got my package from the Troops. I won me a T-shirt, man. That shit came from across the world, Came down to Florida, finally arrived today. So, just wanted to give a big shout out to Troops, always coming through with everything. But besides that, no, I've been lurking. I finally changed my job, so I'm starting a new job in January. So I'll probably be around a little bit more. So I've been
2023, man,
here.
we're taking over.
Hey, Mr.
For
Lee, where
sure.
was that shirt? What country was that shirt made in? I'm just curious. I'm wondering where Troops is
Yeah, we're asking the
outsourcing
hard
his help.
questions up here, man.
let me open it. Let me see. It probably says where it was, but I don't know. Let's see.
I'm guessing
It's gonna be Ireland, Ireland, the House of Troops. Well, he's not from Ireland. He's from Scotland. Oh.
He's Scottish.
It doesn't say where from. Maybe on the shirt it does. In the tag. Who knows?
Legit, you can hear it. Let's see.
It doesn't say exactly where it's from. All I know, it came from him, and it's fucking badass.
Beautiful.
So
Bootleg.
great material. But yeah, I just wanted to say that. And Low, like I said, bro, I went to the Doodle event and Doodle Putt. I had a great time, man. I wish I had myself my own Doodle, but I couldn't win one. Hopefully in the future I'm able to get one.
Hey man, when you go to these NFT, NYC, and all these, if I'm not able to go, I'll give you my tickets.
Oh, there you go for sure.
This
I'm
is
always down.
this is what this community is all about. This
Yeah,
is why I do this.
and I'll say a lot. So I don't have a doodle, and I'm because I'm a bit advocate about the chimps. And somebody jumped into chimps and said that they had some free tickets to go, and I was like, I'm down. I'm down in Miami. I'll head over there. And somebody I never met through chimps invited me to go, and I went, and it was a great time. A lot of free booze and got to play mini golf. It was super fun. I had a blast.
Hey, chimps forever. Let's
For
do.
sure.
Damn, low. So you're the plug for the tickets. Me and Gonzo were over there. Like we were literally across from the putt putt place in the
Dude,
Jarrito spot.
I tried linking up with you, Gonzo, but I hit him up on Twitter, but he never responded. And I was like, all right, I guess not. There's a few people I try hitting up, but no one responded. So there's not much I can do about it.
He's a busy guy, man. You gotta have his cell
Yeah.
phone, and
It's
if
hit
you
or
don't have
miss.
his cell phone, then that just says something about you, man. I'm sorry.
No, I was hanging out with him most of the time when he was down here for NFT Miami, but this time I didn't catch him.
Oh, they're
No,
banging on the floor. I gotta
truth
run.
be told, is that
ITK. Yeah, we gotta go ITK and then Joe because Joey's positive, right? That'll round you out.
Yeah, you got it. Spot on. Legion isn't even here to see how long I held my hand up without speaking, so I'm not going to get any props for that. But okay, so like first point, Weiss Ratings came out with ratings back in 2017 on crypto. So if you're looking for crypto ratings by a ratings agency, go to Weiss, WEISS. They've been around a while, since like the 70s, rating securities and financial instruments. So like we can't say like, oh, we don't have rating agencies, blah blah blah. Maybe we don't for
NFT projects.
For NFT projects we don't. Yeah, maybe something like that should be created by the NFT community or whatever. But we do have rating agencies for crypto, and the best crypto in the world, which is Bitcoin, right, is rated a B. So the bar is high.
What?
B for Bitcoin, right?
What? ITK.
Oh,
I don't fucking make the ratings, Carly. I don't make the ratings. It's
ITK. Fuck. I only came in to hop in to go, they know.
Carly.
Oh fuck!
Happy
Do it.
Christmas.
Joe. Come back,
What?
Joe.
Here,
We
I'll
got him. You're good. You're good to go.
Right, but anyway, say and do your own research, complete cop out, right? Spaces like this is where people do their research, right? Whether we like it or not, it's the forum where people scrutinize projects and listen to hard questions being asked, can actually message someone who's in the speaker box and say, here, ask this question, ask that question. And, to say, oh, you need to go do it yourself. We are doing it ourselves. This is us doing it right now. If there was a project up here, I would be asking hard questions and other people will be listening, or maybe not. But this is the platform for asking them questions and doing your own research. People sitting down there right now that I don't know and they don't know me would be learning if there was a project up here saying, oh, I want you to buy my shit so I can take your money, right? And when I get your money, this is what I'm going to do. And then, the community, inverted commas,
Yeah, they
can
don't say it
poke.
like that though. Luckily.
Yeah, I know they don't, but but I'm Irish, and we can poke holes in it and see if it's a good idea or a bad idea. This is people doing their own research, whether we like it or not. Doing your own research doesn't mean sitting down at a computer, poring over code for hours and hours on end. We have people here who can do that and who can look into the projects and the code themselves and say, look, I don't know, I'm not sure about that. But from a fundamental basis, to see if it's just generally worth even looking into.
Bro, that's why I'm so bullish on this community. I'm telling you, because if we put the emotions and the egos and a little bit of that childishness aside, and we really do work together, the amount of like diverse genius mentality we have here, it's like it really would be unstoppable because, you know, the ideas.
You see, the thing is, like, it's like, you know, okay, so I'm just going to give you a little analogy here, right? It won't take a minute. I know I can fucking talk, right? Ireland, early 2000s, building boom. Building boom goes fucking flat. Every builder, electrician, plumber, they're all out of work, right? Every last motherfucking one of them. They all move to Australia, except for the ones who can actually work, right? The ones who can work stay here and they make a good name for themselves. Anyone who can't, we fuck them all off to Australia, right? So everybody who got found out, and they were sent to Australia, just like the Brits did when Australia was colonized. We're left with the decent people who are hard-working individuals who can actually create something and build something, and we get rid of everybody else.
Which chain is Australia? My wife is gonna fucking kill me. I can't believe you went to a history lesson. Which chain is Australia?
B chain.
I can't. Yeah, look, I don't know. Well, I don't know. I don't know right now. Right? But let's
man, I'm trying to ask
let's
the hard questions and you're killing me.
Well, I'll tell you what the good chain is. You know,
right.
if we'll make it the good chain, do you know where people should fucking come and build? All right, I'm done.
Did he say crow? Sorry, I was.
No, I didn't fucking say crow.
Fuck.
No, I didn't.
All right. I'm rugging it. Wait, Mijo's coming back up.
Okay, positivity. Everyone's
Positivity.
positive, right?
We lost Joe. All right, he's coming back up. Damn. Yes, Carly.
Hey, fam, love you all, but it's time to shut it down. We all
go
bathe your children, go make dinner, go make love to your wives. Okay, I'm getting off, and so should all of you. This is space. Space time.
Yeah, I'll catch y'all later. It was glad to be able to come up here with y'all.
All right, well, y'all know the deal. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Drink that water, brush those teeth, own your keys, own your crypto. This is DeFi, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't forget that shit, and don't forget to use our affiliate link to get your ledger so that you can really own your keys and really own your crypto and support what we do here. You write your seed phrase down and you don't tell it to anyone. Man, see, we're going to have to figure out a way to slide that ledger shit in there somewhere because I can't do it when I change it. Crofam for life. Y'all know it. Wait, tomorrow is Saturday. Okay, no coffee and crow, but we'll see you at 4:20. All right, lots of love. Peace.